Alright. Here I am. I think. Yep. I am live. Alright, so here we are. Blood Mage. I'm gonna see how this goes. I'm not all too positive. I forget what the guy's name was last time. But as was mentioned in the chat, Blood Mage is a little bit rough because you have to keep losing health to be competent. Right, what I'm kind of thinking about is I'm probably going to try to do these outside fights with the burn level, and then try to do the inside. I think that there's still a couple inside fights, but I could be wrong, without the burn level. Okay. Alright. So let's see here. We have two sick men. They're the ones that give us useless cards and deal damage if we don't get rid of them. I can stun an enemy, gain barrier. If I don't play it, the enemy will deliver more hits with each turn and less stunned. So it might be valid to stun him here. Probably would be. There's the wolf. Summon the wolf, which would be good. I believe he actually persists through combats. What does it say? It's removed from your deck after playing it, disappears on its own after combat ends. Into your hand every turn. Yeah, I believe that you can bring him in, and then you can take, after he dies, then in order to summon him back, it's very expensive. If I remember right, that's the way that it goes. But anyway, we absolutely want to stun here, so let's just stun him. We definitely want to have some barrier, which already puts us to the point that we can't bring in a bloodworm, which is rough. So let's take some barrier. Let's bring in the wolf. There he is, your faithful companion. He's a little special. Yeah, I could see that. Alright, here we go. At least he doesn't overexert and die. Yeah. Hey, yeah, the first sleeping Kurokuma is right after you get to the second area of the RPG. Equinoct. The second is near the grotto of the first man. The Forlorn Swords. Huh. So do you have to go to him at night in order to, like, see them sleeping? Get rid of these. Right, so I can pet the dog to make him stronger and also heal him, which is just lovely. I don't have any summons, which I don't like. I could do a synergy. It does take a lot of my health, but I think I'll bring him in. We're going to do a protection on this one. And it doesn't really matter. Well, maybe the dog, because I know the dog isn't going to die. Alright, I have one energy left. Should probably grab a little bit more barrier. Man. Huh. Even snoring. Well, I hope that it's not impossible to go see him now, since I probably killed him before, but I'm assuming that he resets like everybody else, at least I hope so. Because then I can go see him. Man, I don't want to take unneeded damage. This is a fair bit, isn't it? Yeah, lose 8 max health. 8% max health, so 8 health. 2% for each red death card. Alright, maybe I should get rid of them all. I could save that one. Well, I say save, but 2 energy is a lot to do that. Can't quite kill that guy. If I activate, I might actually be able to kill the sick man. But then I can't use... Then I can't get rid of red death. I guess I'm just going to have to take these little hit. Didn't hit the right ones. In fact, hit the exact wrong ones. Alright. I guess I could just add some barrier or pet. I'll just add some barrier. Play it safe. I'm already taking some damage from these scabs. Luckily this... Well, sorry, from the red death marks or whatever. Okay. Let's see, I have plenty of barrier. The problem is I'm taking all this damage because they're randomly hitting him, and I can't really get rid of it. I kind of don't want to activate then, either. It's a little bit of a concern. You'll want to promote. I could just paralyze him. Just leave it like that. Ugh. Alright, took some damage there. Let's see. Got another crack stand, which I decided to equip because most of the stuff that I can equip in my weapon slot only affects me, but reducing armor of all enemies would help my minions as well. I don't know if you've said this in a video. What's a chronological order of all the games? Are you talking about chronological order in terms of what Awakened Realms made? Or chronological orders in the Tainted Grail universe? What came? If you're talking about what was made first, it was this game. Well, I believe it was... Man, I believe it was this game was technically first. But actually, I might actually have to look that up. In the universe. Okay, well, that's a lot easier. Okay, so it goes Age of Legends is the first thing. And then after that goes Fall of Avalon, the RPG. And then it's Fall of Avalon, the board game. And then it's The Last Night. And then the other two, which are this one, Conquest. Conquest is like in a unspecified time where like all timelines converge. So I believe that they say that it's technically after Fall of Avalon. Like that's what they said, but at the same time it's like you meet people 500 years ago, 500 years in the future, and then the Red Death, which is the other game that they have, the other board game, that all takes place a couple years after each board game. I know that that's kind of confusing, but yeah, that's kind of how it goes.
Welcome again.
Yeah, it's honestly very confusing. And then also they're making the, what is it called? Not Song of Ice and Fire. Song of Bird and Death. It's something weird like that. But they're making a TTRPG. And that one is supposed to be set after The Last Night. I don't know how long after. But
Unfortunately, I only have enough ingredients for one of these. So choose wisely.
Yeah. Ugh. What, but I have to pay for it? You're my friend. Terrible. No friend discount? Yeah. Yeah, sorry if that was confusing. Let's see. I can explain it again if you want. Because I probably explained it poorly. Alright, so I'm going to do this pack of enemies and then go to the training grounds. And also what makes things very confusing is that in the board game, you do traverse back and forward in time, depending on the one. So it's like, yeah, it is a little bit hard to like keep things straight sometimes. Okay, gain 20 damage. I don't need that. We'll just be gaining the armor. I'd prefer something that can deal damage. I guess I'll summon Wolfie. I don't want to... I'm pretty hurt. You know, I'm just going to use my healing mixture. I'm a little bit too low. I don't want to find somebody. And promotion even takes some health. Alright, we're just going to chill. Doing some chilling. Yeah. Well, I'm glad you got it. I know sometimes I can... well, I don't know. Sometimes I know I might not sound like I make too much sense. Okay, Blood Abomination isn't too terrible here. Because he's absolutely going to go off. And when he does go off, a bunch of little guys show up. So the Blood Abomination is probably very valid. Let's do that. Now we have him. We can put some protection on. We'll put it on Wolfie. You could just pet the wolf. Activating a minion isn't too bad, but he's going to just disappear. Let's upgrade Wolfie. It doesn't hurt me to. Speaking of the knights, I had a question. When you fight the first knight, Galahad, Arthur says he felt like he recognized that knight's soul. It confuses me. Are the knights reincarnated? Also, don't worry, you're rather good at explaining. Well, thank you, Clockwork. So, yeah, they don't explain it outright as to exactly what happens. But basically, there's a very interesting questline in the board game where a knight is dead. Who is it? Geraint, I believe, is dead, so they need to replace him. But there are two very strange things that happen, so interpret it as you want because it is confusing. But two strange things happen. So for one, no one knew that Geraint was dead. Okay, let's take it a step back. So the Round Table lost Geraint some time ago, like 20 years ago, 10 years ago, something like that, 15, I don't remember the exact number. And Geraint kind of disappeared. He didn't want to be a knight anymore. So the Round Table had no idea what was happening to him. Geraint ends up dying, but nobody knows that. Nobody knows. Then all of a sudden, there's some message sent to the Moon Ring, which is, the Druids. It was like, hey, do you mind choosing a new Knight of the Round Table for Geraint? And this is going to be the new Geraint. So I have no idea how they knew Geraint died, because he died alone. It's very, to me, it doesn't seem like it makes sense that anyone would have known that Geraint died, because he hid his identity. So I don't know. It seems to me that it's kind of like the Pope, where it's like, a group of people pick him, and it's like, oh, well, this was God intended the whole time. That's kind of how it feels when you're picking a knight. And it's like, maybe they're infused with a portion of Geraint's soul or something like that. I'm not entirely sure. And it is interesting that they choose the Moon Ring. Sorry for talking so much, but because it's like Merlin obviously had a huge influence on the Druids, and he had a huge influence on the Round Table and Arthur. So I would not be shocked if the Druids have some kind of a strange vault or some kind of a spirit essence of the knights that they infuse in some kind of a ritual after choosing the next knight. I wouldn't be too shocked about that. But anyways, I know that's kind of strange. I'm not sure exactly how it goes. Can I stun him? That would be very nice. No, I cannot. Okay. So he's going to live. I just need to grab some... I don't have any barrier. That's all I need to grab, though. Alright, I guess I'm just going to have to be activating some, and we're going to be heading. Because I could paralyze. It's not going to help, but it is going to be removing his armor. Let's do that. Taking a hit. Ow. Alright, so now there's multiples of them. He's about to do his big attack. But actually, we should be good from here, then. Can I just kill you? Oh, I can. Envy works. I think that's my second time. He's going to go off, so we actually should be okay here. Let's do an Arcane Shield. We'll pet the wolf. We can add more barrier. Yeah, I have a feeling, since they didn't really explain it, I just have that's kind of just like my instinct, based on the fact that there are like these soul shards of Arthur in the RPG. My best guess is there's probably a soul shard that the druids at Moonring have of every knight, so that when a new one is chosen, they can infuse with like Lancelot's or whoever, Galahad's like essence, and go from there. Here, I'll let Wolfie get the kills. There you go. But yeah, I'm not entirely sure. And then also, by the way, just to make things more interesting, is like Morgaine is in a similar boat, because Morgaine lasts hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years, and she's kind of like the main antagonist in the Fall of Avalon board game. And it's like, how did she survive that long? But what they had for her is that she essentially has a school of children that follow her around, and there's like a true Morgaine, and then all these children are like kidnapped from Avalon, and they're all like the possible next Morgaine. So she, before her death, or maybe she anoints one to be the next one, but when she eventually dies, one of these children becomes the next Morgaine, and then I think that like she kills all the others. Maybe she even consumes them. I wouldn't be too shocked. And then the next Morgaine becomes the true Morgaine, and then she trains up children, and that's kind of what they do. Very disturbing, I'm sure. Okay, every turn reduce armor of all enemies by 5 until the end of combat. What? That's too good. Every turn gain 2 armor. Alright, let's put that there. Far better. Wow. Okay, let's go to the training grounds.
Come, train if you feel like it. These may be mere illusions, but they hit and kill, just like the real versions.
Yes, well, the knight refused to come, by the way. He's hungry.
You tell the druid that the knight doesn't intend to go anywhere because he's hungry. The druid sighs, and there's a palpable sadness to this sigh.
I could have expected that. Well, I tried everything. Nothing helped. I wish there was something I could do about it.
Alright, well, tell me more.
When you see him, you're not looking at a knight cursed by the weirdness. Nothing like that. What you see is a poor child, cursed by the sins of his father. He's the son of a warrior who came to Avalon to serve Arthur's cause. In truth, he came here to serve his own cause, to drown his insatiable bloodlust. War breeds such people. Or perhaps, I should say, war gives them an environment in which they can become their true selves. This man, this horrible man, had a son. He always took him to battle and treated him like a lucky charm. Then, after every victory, the child was spoiled with whatever it wanted. At first, it was treats and trinkets. Then the son started to watch his father and to learn from his father. Soon, there was no innocence left in this child at all. Instead, only gluttony and lust for all things morbid, and nobody dared to disobey. And then, the weirdness came. Its ways, sometimes they are poetic, sometimes quite literal. It mistook the child's need for fatherly attention for gluttony.
Hey, Naomi. Hello. Alright, so that's why he was so surprised when I refused to be eaten.
Yes, you're probably among the first to ever dismiss his wish. But since even this didn't work, I'm out of options. I have no idea how to convince him to come here, where I can at least keep trying to help him.
Interesting. Why do you care so much?
As you probably guessed by now, I was there. I was employed by his father, and I saw what happened to the poor child. I tried to help. I tried to prevent all these horrible things, but, well, I couldn't.
Alright, well, I'll ask around. We'll try to find a solution.
Thank you. I hope you'll come up with something. The child doesn't deserve this.
Well, I guess we'll do a hit me with all you got. That's what I always prefer. Biggest fight. Come on, going easy is boring. Alright, Headhunter, great. Temporarily reduces my energy, adds useless cards. Necromancer, this enemy will resurrect its allies. Hard to tell. I don't believe that his resurrections are that strong. So I could still, well, I can't really pick to attack the Headhunter, but if I could tell my guys to attack somebody, I'd probably choose that one. I gotta say, actually, bringing in Wolfie isn't too bad of idea. Well, his name is Wolsey, sorry. He's actually helpful. But I don't want to do so. Oh, man. That Necromancer is hitting so hard. Yeah, I guess I should just be doing... I should do an Arcane Shield for sure. I am tempted to bring in the Fae and then do an Arcane Shield. The Fae isn't crazy helpful. I could do Synergy as well. I mean, 5 health for 2. I guess I'll do that one. And then I'm going to do Arcane Shield. They have a ton of barrier. I can avoid the hit if it goes for me. Did not. Alright. Here we go. Seem to be doing alright here. Spiritual Guide, I don't want to use that. If I do, I could do it on the Blood Fae, though. I'm probably just going to stun this kid. And after he's stunned, we could pet the wolf. He's not dealing much damage at the moment. How much more damage does he deal? Let's see. I should record this. One more. Okay, great. Okay. Yeah, totally worth the 1 energy. Absolutely. Yep. Okay. We're alive. Envy is not helpful at the moment. I mean, maybe I'm gonna be doing Pet the Wolf again. I probably will, because I can't really do too many things. I don't want to overexert. Okay, I'll pet. Could promote, but it's not all too helpful. Alright, who you gonna hit? Okay, you hit him. That's tolerable. Alright. You can pet the wolf. I have plenty of barrier. Not a big deal. I could stun. I should probably stun the necromancer. He's being a little bit annoying. Oh, is it random any? Well, luckily I picked the right one. Okay. I could overexert, but he's about to anyway. If I did that on anyone, it would be like the blood fade. But that would be completely useless. What is his overcharge? Increases blood mage's damage for 100% and decreases damage of all enemies by 30% this turn. I don't deal damage. There must be a card, or there must be like a set of cards that lets you deal more damage, but I haven't found it yet. Okay, well, all I can really do is pet the wolf, and then just add some extra barrier. They're all about to disappear, so I'm about to be alone. Okay. Yikes. Yikes. Yikes, yikes. Okay. I could paralyze him, which is an interesting idea. I could bring in the Abomination. He's the only... I mean, I could do both, right? I get a lot of energy whenever somebody overexerts. Alright, let's bring him in. We'll do a paralyze. That one. We have 2 energy left. I could pet. Could grab another arcane shield. I could just activate. He has a lot of strength right now. Let's activate him. Big hit. I don't really need to do an arcane shield. She should be out. Yeah, let's have him deal slightly more damage. You're never alone, you got the gremlins. That's true, I have all of you guys, so how can I say I'm alone? And yes, well, as long as the wolf lives, I'm keeping him alive. Alright. Yeah, we are looking good. We'll continue petting, because there's not really too much I can do. Come on. Okay, let's overexert. Or overcharge. Not overexert. Too many games. Alright, what do we have here? Volatile Magic. Activate 2 random minions. Not bad. I did learn that it can activate the same minion twice, which is good. So it's like if I only have 1 to activate, go twice. Heal a minion to full, and the minion gains 25 barrier. Not too bad. I mean, it's very good in a situation where I bring in the golem and he's almost dead. Blood Rush, activate all minions. Yeah, I do like this. The problem, of course, is that it costs 2, because then that means that I cannot bring in a minion and then Blood Rush in the same turn. But that is nice. How many activate? We have 3 activates. That's pretty low, right? We have 20 cards. We have 20 cards. That is a lot. Yeah, okay, let's do a Volatile Magic, because it is just 1. And we'll accept. Alright. Increase the max HP of all minions by 10%. Vanity, whenever 3 or more minions are alive. Increase your damage by 25. No way. For the first 4 turns of combat, increase the damage of all minions by 100%. That probably is useful. I mean, this is particularly useful for the smaller fights. I should do that, because sometimes I struggle dealing damage early.
As the monster disappears in a cloud of smoke, you realize that all of the warriors present have gathered around the arena. You hear them clapping and whistling in awe.
Thank you. Thank you.
Congratulations. Here's the promised reward.
Polished Okay. What does it give me? Oh, it's mythical. Every turn increase the damage of the first hit by 100%. That's not helpful. Reducing energy cost of the fourth card played in a turn by 1. That could be helpful, but I thought this was helpful, right? Yeah. Because I heal after every combat. That's pretty important. Because I lose health so often. I'll just keep it on me. Thank you, guys. Let's go to the Treasure Guardian. Hopefully... Man, do I burn... do I burn one? Yeah, if I burn one... Yeah, I will. Because I forgot I have that passive that doubles the amount of burn level I have, so... Okay, that's a pretty nice hit. Alright, I kind of need to kill the Soul Thrall, or lady. Alright, this enemy becomes stronger with every hit it suffers. Right, that is a little bit of a concern, because it's very hard to predict when that happens, when you have summons. So I'm going to have to bring in a Blood Golem, or else I will have a lot of issues. Also, I'm going to have to bring in a barrier, because a Blood Golem only takes part of the damage, not all of it. And I mean, I feel bad killing her, right? Hitting him makes him stronger. He's attacking us all, isn't he? Oh, attacks all allies and heals. Alright, let's hit him. He deals slightly more damage, not too big of a deal. Alright. They're almost dead. I could do a synergy. That is a big hit for me, kind of. What's his ultimate again? Come on. Overcharge. Heal all allies. Okay, well. Does that include me? I didn't think about it. Because if it heals me, then actually the Blood Golems are a lot more useful than I would have first thought. Alright, let's bring in the Blood Fae and Bloodworm. We're probably going to need them for this fight. We don't have much left then. We can't bring in Wolfie anymore. He's just going to be sitting there in the background, being all sad. Let's give him a little bit of armor. We have 2 energy left. Yeah, I wish I could kill one of these. Yeah, so close and yet so far. I could do a throwing knife, but I think I could kill him on accident. 7 to 11. Well, actually, maybe not. Okay, let's hit him. Yeah, and then envy. All right, that's fine. 3 damage. I don't mind that. Can't believe it. All right, we're looking good. Man, one of the complaints I do have of this game is the camera angle. Sometimes it's hard to find a good one. I have seen people play the game kind of from a top-down perspective to like see the health, but that can make it that I don't see like the armor and stuff. So I just have to kind of move around to be able to observe well. Okay. Anyway, so he's healing. Or sorry, he's hitting all allies, so I don't need to worry about him. The Soul Thrall's about to go down. The Blood Golem is doing fine. We're just going to do some rituals activating the big ones. Okay, activate. Oh, you are hitting the wrong guy. That's actually going to be a little bit frustrating. That was complicated. Okay. Ally intends to use a normal attack and heal, which is uncommon for a golem. Kind of. Heal itself at the... Yeah, at level 4, additionally, heal 1 hit with a chance to stun. Okay. Alright, and he's about to heal me for a certain amount. Well, yeah, let's do Volatile Magic. I'm fine with doing it random. Oh, come on. Hit the big guy. I could paralyze him if that's becomes a problem. I have enough barrier. Okay. Okay, he did heal me. Would you look at that? He healed me. He's... Okay, this enemy drains health from its allies, gets stronger when they die, and replaces them with summons. Okay. And he is attacking all allies and healing. Okay. Guess we'll do this. I can bring in Wolfie. I wish I had a ritual to activate one, but I cannot. I could do an overcharge, but if I fail this, that's going to be pretty frustrating. I shouldn't risk it. Let's just end. Ugh, so close, huh? Kind of. Because he was at like 40, 30 something. Anyway. Alright, so if I do the Blood Abomination, he's at least going to be guaranteeing the damage. Hopefully he just hits me. I can take it. I'm a little bit tempted to do an overcharge, but that's not going to kill him yet. Alright, let's just pet Wolfie. We'll do a ritual activating the Abomination. Dealing some hits. We'll do a little bit of a barrier. And we should be able to handle it from here. Yeah, let's just have him overexert. Or overcharge, sorry. There we go.
You found what was protected by this beast.
100
when you
gold.
filled your pockets up to the brim.
Yes, we find other stuff. Alright, so unlock a new weapon slot. What is available? There's not too much available, right? There's a thing that lets me draw additional cards. And then removing armor. That's like the main two. Okay, gain 10 armor. Well, okay. So in order to summon, I have to lose 2% of my health, which is currently 2. If I gain 30 health, I think it might increase it to 3. Gain 10 armor. I'm just, I'll take the health. I'll hope that this. I mean, I have to lose it so often. It's kind of like a healing. I am curious, though, because now I'm at 130. Whether summons now take 3 health. So, perhaps in the long run, this isn't going to help me that much, but I think it will. Alright, so we're going to go left and then right, and then, man, that milestone is right next to the boss, isn't it? Hello, friends. Ugh, the sick man. The sick man, disgusting. I do not like that guy. So he deals more hits and less stunned. I also have the healer, but he has less health, and since they randomly attack, I'm probably going to hope that they just go for him. I could bring in the Abomination, actually. Not a terrible idea, because it is guaranteeing hits on the Faceless Hunter. I would hit the sick man once a round, though. But I think that's okay. Alright, let's bring in Blood Abomination. Get a little bit of barrier. And sit. See what happens. Alright, so I got 2 Red Death. I've seen worse. I'll just get rid of it now. We have 2 left. Envy's not going to work here. Could summon the wolf. Summon the wolf. Let's do it. If I hit them all, I'm gonna get the sick man's disease, so let's get a little bit of barrier below. Alright. He's getting there. In theory, if he overexerts or whatever, overcharges, they would all die, I think. I could just have him activate, but first I need to get rid of the Red Death. I don't have a good activate, it's just the random one. And it did it. Good. Fantastic. Alright, we got Eol, which I can merge now. Fantastic. Every 2 turns you always deal maximum damage, but I don't really need that too much. Burst Healer.
Godless healing! Godless healing!
The Alchemist. Healing mixture. Ooh, hoo, hoo, hoo. That's some nice stuff. I'll buy 2. I'm gonna need it. And also, it doesn't increase in price the more you buy, so. Also, I have more back home, but it increases with every purchase. Alright, let's go here. Finish this out. The marketplace. Okay. Alright, so we definitely want to bring in the Abomination, I think. I can't stun at the moment, so Abomination probably is the way to go. And then I just need Barrier, because they're going to keep hitting harder and harder every turn. Let's do that, and end. Okay, they're hitting harder now. We could... Yeah, they're not going to die. I am a little bit concerned of bringing in the wolf, because he could die in this. But I guess we'll take the risk. Giving myself barrier, summoning the wolf. I don't want to do the synergy. I think that we can do it without needing to do the synergy. We should be able to. Yeah. Okay. They didn't focus him down. If they did, I'd be scared. But they absolutely did not. So let's just do a ritual, and I think he's dead. Alright. Man, I'm getting piddly experience here. Come on. Grim Golem. Offer 5% of your max, which is more expensive. But the... Okay. So, typically, in order to bring in a Golem, it costs me 2. This one costs me 1. But instead of offering 3 health, this one offers 7. That is interesting. I might take it anyway. Sacrifice. Sacrifice a minion, deal a hit for 250% damage to all enemies. Existence. Increase the minion's max health by 50 and heal it for 15. I mean, it is free. It is free. I could probably save Wolfie, but I should probably take the Grim Golem. I need another Golem pretty bad. And also, now that I know that the Grim Golem, when they overcharge, heals me a fair bit. I believe that he heals me by 10. That's probably the way to go. It is the way to heal. Eorth. Great. In combat, start combat with 50% bonus damage. Every turn, lose 5%. That's pretty good, actually. Or start combat with 25. Every turn, lose 5. Yeah, from the bonus. So, okay. We just combined calc. Or, oh, no, we didn't. Never mind. Where's calc? Calc. There it is. In the first turn of combat, draw 2 cards. Cost reduced by 1. So that isn't too bad. If I had another slot, that's probably the one I'd take at this point. Or the armor loss for the enemies. Hello, marketplace.
The investment is going to be worth it, I promise.
Oh, it's you. I don't have that much money on me.
How much would you like to...
Oh, I was hoping I could give you 50. Alright, I'll be back, maybe. I won't be back. I will be back. I won't be back. Nope, you're on your own. Alright, let's go to the milestone. Alright. So I could boost it, and then in that way I don't need to use weird candles. Or I could gain 1 and consume it. I'll gain 1 and consume it. Alright, here we go. First boss fight for this guy. I probably want to do this right before I go in. Hello, friend. Whew. I really like the boss music. Gets you really into it. Okay, plus 200% damage this turn, gain 50 armor. I'm getting the 50 armor. Vrand Solon. This enemy casts powerful buffs to inspire his allies and deliver a heavy attack whenever his companions die. Can't really decide that. Renegade Protector. This enemy casts barriers and redirects damage from the whole group. Ugh. Renegade Cutthroat. This enemy is the main damage dealer. Okay. So we should probably... Well, we have to bring in the Blood Golem. He's going to be healing me as well, but the damage is going to increase quickly. I don't know if summoning the wolf is the right call, because I'm a little bit worried about that one. He'll probably die. But having somebody permanently there in a boss fight is probably going to be helpful. Alright. Alright, doing good. Okay, so this is going to kill him, because he's going to take almost 100 damage. If there's a way to heal him... Can I stun this kid? Dirty Barrier. Applies Unbridled Frenzy. Leader of the Pack. For every other Renegade, less armor, less damage. Killing him ends the fight instantly. Okay, no, he's not immune to stun. Okay, so he's absolutely going to be getting stunned. Alright, so that keeps us alive. Protection I'm actually going to put on Wolfie. Yeah, I will. Because I don't want Wolfie to die. It's going to become... Sure. We'll just do a little bit of a ritual. Slow one. A slog. Yeah, the music in the RPG is fantastic too. The drums just make you feel like you're fighting ancient unknown horrors. Also sometimes crabs. Yes, it does. Well, yeah, I forget. I think that Danheim makes this. I'm sure somebody knows, but I think it's Danheim. I really, really like his music. It's very, very good. Okay, so I don't need him to activate. I should probably do an arcane shield. Alright, let's pet and let's do a volatile magic. Hoping for... Oh, he just activated twice. Very helpful. Whew, this is going to be a very slow one. Alright, so he's going to attack and leave, which isn't helpful. Okay, luckily we have another Grim Golem. He needs to come in. Okay, let's pet and then do ritual. That's all we can really do. Yeah. Man, that armor. This is going to take a long time. Alright. So, let's bring in the Blood Abomination. He's going to be very helpful here. He's dealing a lot more damage in this. Could do a Tainted Force. We should do a Paralyze. We're going to eventually have to go for him eventually. Alright. I guess I'll just pet the wolf, right? And we'll do a small hit. 16 damage. That works for me. Okay. His intent is a mystery. Okay. I feel like there's so many jokes somebody could make with that one. Okay. He has to stay. Man, is there a way to... Yeah, I need to see his level. Because if I can't see his level, then I don't know when he's gonna oof. Alright, let's get some of that armor. We'll just pet, and we're just gonna do another barrier. There's not much to do in that round. Ugh, he's getting there. Yeah, he's about to disappear. We could do a bloodworm now, probably the way to go. Let's do some volatile magic, hoping for some luck. And we'll end it there. We really need to get a blood golem soon, though. Okay, 1 down, 2 to go. Luckily, he only has 500 health. But he keeps on adding more and more of that armor. Alright. Let's do volatile magic. We didn't draw what we wanted. Then we'll do a couple of rituals. He's doing a ton right now. Do them both. Yeah, that's very good. Then I guess we'll just pet the wolf. Alright. Whoa. That's a big hit. Looks like he's attacking all of us, too. Alright, all enemies. Alright, Wolfie, you're gonna be okay. You're not. Well, you could be. No, you'll be fine. You're alive for the round. Alright, let's remove his armor. 25 for the combat. I do need to bring in the blood golem. But the blood golem is then gonna just die. He can't take 400 damage. What's in my draw pile? Isn't it the Grim Golem still in here? No. If he was, I would do that. Well, I guess I can do it because he is going to redirect damage. Yeah. Alright. We'll try it. He's probably just going to die though. Alright. Well, I suppose I could give him a bunch of barrier, but that's not going to save him, is it? Yeah. I guess I'd be able to take 200. That's not going to happen. Alright, let's pet Wolfie, and we'll grab a little... Well, we'll give it to him, just in case. Because he's going to do it again. I might not draw other... Okay. We're going to have an extra round. Could paralyze him. I don't know what he's planning. Could also do a synergy. That's probably what I'm going to do. Let's paralyze and synergy. Alright. Great, he's going to die. Doesn't really matter. Kill him. Hooray! 1 down. 3 weird candles. Doubled. Theo. After killing an enemy, gain 100% damage this turn. After killing an enemy, draw 1 card with reduced cost by 1. I don't know about that one. Alright, take it. Any upgrade? No?
This feels like an echo of something that happened before.
Yeah.
Like then,
when we killed him last
you're
time.
left with the sensation of a strange power growing within you.
Alright. So, essentially, this is kind of similar to Slay the Spire, if any of you have played it. But in Slay the Spire, you have like those 3 stones you have to pick up, like the 3 colors. But if you do that, then you lose out on rewards, essentially. Which I'll try to get to the main fight, take the Weirdstone Heart. The special passives are really good, though. But let's do it. We have to do this on all 3 of the fights. All 3. Hello, friends. I know we made it back. Can you guys believe it? What do I want to do? I don't know who is the person to talk to. The Lost Soul...
You see the man...
Look who came over here. It's a magnificent creature. I'm pretty sure it was looking for you.
Yeah, it's my wolf. Summon wolf. Well, he's already here. Yeah, I don't know why it had me summon him. Oh. Okay, I guess it's just there in case you lose him. Healing and upgrades. I do want to buy... another one. Buy in stock. Yes, 2. We'll buy it. Oh, I thought that it rose in price with every purchase, but I guess not. This is very important for my blood mage. We got 1 of them. Can't do the upgrade yet. Hopefully we will soon. Hello, Mr. Blacksmith.
The blacksmith is hard at work.
Alright. Oh, we can talk to him. Alright. Yeah, do you have any idea on how to help the gluttonous knight?
The blacksmith listens patiently to your story of the sizable knight.
I'm sorry, but I'd rather keep as far away from lords, ladies, and all other nobility as I possibly can.
Yeah, I'm excited for Slay the Spire 2 as well. I mean, I might even stream it, honestly, because, you know, I enjoy it. It's very similar to this, like crazy similar, except it's not, like, super dark. It's a lot more, you know, lighthearted. But yeah, it is a lot of fun. Planning on staying far away, huh? I believe... Oh, I thought I bought all his runestones. Well, I guess I didn't. Ooh, so if I buy... Oh, if I buy 1 of them, I do actually get to upgrade, but I'll have to wait until I have more money. I don't have nearly enough money. I can transmute... Yeah. I suppose I probably should get transmutation in exchange of the same rarity. Yeah. By the way, this sounds identical, which maybe you guys know the difference, but it says transmute 3 of your runestones into 1 of the same rarity. This one says swap. Oh, this is a swap. Never mind. This is easy. I know the difference. Okay, forget it. Okay. Cracked tier. Huh. This is interesting. Okay. Cracked tier. There's a lot of them. Wait, why can't I exchange? Swap one of your... Okay, now I don't know what this means. Forget it. This wasn't easy. Swap one of your runestones. These are all the ones I have. To another of the same rarity. But in order to... Oh, it must be random. I was thinking that you were choosing. And I was very confused. So in order to do so, you have to spend 100 gold. No. No way. I'd have to be filthy rich. For me to ever consider that one. Alright, Master at Arms. He's helping with cards. Candlemaker. I think everything's too expensive, right? Oh no, I can buy one. Buy. I could do the tallow now, but it's not useful for this run, so I think I won't. I don't need to do the exchange. Scientist. I don't think anything is going to be worth $25 or less, so let's go. Or $26 or less, sorry. I'm very wealthy. Alright, that looks like the boss, maybe? Kind of in the middle there. Is that a treasure guardian? Alright, that does kind of look like that's the boss. It is. I could do the milestone here. It looks like it's probably within range of that fight there, even. So it'd be within range of at least 3 fights. Or, sorry, at least 4 fights. Yeah, that's probably worth it. Let's boost it.
As the flickering...
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's on the edge. Okay, so 3 fights then. Hello, friend. Host of evil. Alright. Let's see. By the way, guys, I appreciate all of you watching. We're at double digits. Hooray. Bravo. Alright, rabid rat. Yuck. Yuck, yuck, yuck. Alright. And then we have the disease spreader. Oh, lovely. This enemy will attack random targets, including its allies. Every one of its hits will disable healing. That actually could be annoying. He might accidentally do it at the wrong moment. Or, I guess in his eyes would be the right moment. So I definitely want to do a barrier. Definitely, I could probably... Yeah, I want to do the barrier, I want to do volatile magic. And then I guess I could just bring in the Fae. It might not be a bad idea in this fight, because this is a lot of damage I have to deal. I might need to use my ultimate. Alright, let's do that. Volatile magic. We definitely need some barrier. Because, like, oh my goodness. Yeah. And the Fae also could take some damage. Let's also even drink before it's too late. Whew. Man, damage. Hey, Tomato, do you know when the next update for Tainted Grail Fall of Avalon is? No. Somebody did at one point mention it in the chat. I believe that it's supposed to be... I believe it's supposed to be August, but we'll see. I think that they're just playing it by ear, and, you know, several weeks, but hard to tell. Like, that's my best guess. Alright, so if we probably do need to do Grim Golem, because it's cheap. Paralyze, oh man, that's probably... Paralyze would prevent a huge hit. Huge hit. Alright, let's do a Grim Golem. Let's paralyze this guy. Then also let's protect you. Hopefully we're okay, because we have him there, but I don't know if he'll survive this round. Alright. Yeah, I am pretty stoked. And when it does come out, I'm probably gonna... I mean, I'll do a playthrough of it once it hits 1.1. Alright, Abomination is quite valid here. Very, very valid. So he's coming in, even though he's hurting me. We probably want to have the arcane shield. I could... Oh, man. What I'm kind of thinking is I could even just have the Blood Abomination immediately overexert. That'll kill him. Then I could do an arcane shield as well to make sure I don't take damage. Maybe that's the way to go. Because I want to make sure he gets hit and killed. Yeah. And he's almost dead too. Oh, they're all dead. Perfect. Completely planned. Absolutely planned. Just as I wanted. Alright, Mystical Blood. At the end of each turn, the minion heals 50% of its missing HP. Not bad. Arcane Shield, another one with barrier. Funeral Moon. Reduce the enemy's damage by 75%. For 3 turns. I don't know. Maybe. I mean, for some enemies that'll be very good, but I don't know. Because many times they're like constantly increasing their damage, like when I want them to stop. So it's like, well, I'll just kind of slow down the increase. How many defensive abilities do I even have? I have Paralyze is kind of a half. Yeah, Arcane Shield and 3 barrier sets, 4.5 really. And then we have the 2 blood golems. That's it, right? Yeah, I probably should. I like having a third of my deck being defensive, but the blood golems kind of are a little bit different. Alright, let's do an Arcane Shield. I need to make sure I'm having some barrier. Your PS5 said it got an update this morning. Oregon, so West Coast time. Haven't looked. Yeah, the main 2 things is that they fixed the... Well, I think that they said that they fixed the glitch where every once in a while, at least on Steam, I think they said they fixed the glitch where every once in a while the game just got really like jittery, whatever, with the graphics kind of slowed down. They fixed that, and then they added a ton of Arthur Whispers. Or Arthur Memories, you know? So that's why I'm probably going to return to it very quickly. Maybe I'll do it tomorrow. Spend like 20 minutes talking to him. See if I can't get my arm bitten off by a croakmaw. But anyway, lifesaver. Increase the max HP of minions by 15. Yeah, the flat number is much better than increasing it by 10%, maybe? Yeah, generally. After summoning, activate the summoned minion. Yeah, I think that's good. Nullification. Every overcharge reduces the armor of all enemies by 10 till the end of combat. I don't... Ooh, I guess I can see the validity for that. Because it's like, at round 4 or 5, whatever exactly it would be, the enemies would probably have minus 20 armor, so it would help you in the long run. But after summoning, activate the summoned minion. Now, that's an interesting one. Okay, I thought I had something that increases the minion's damage. For the first 4 turns of combat, increase the damage of all minions by 100%. So that makes haste a little bit valid. Actually, man, that kind of helps haste, and it also does help nullification. Let's do nullification, because that could help in the slogs. Let's do that. Stan, welcome, merge. Am I using this? It's becoming more valid. Yeah, but if the combat goes beyond 4 rounds, it's not as helpful. Alright, hello, rune carrier.
Hello again, stranger.
I remember you.
Gold for rune stones. How about it?
Yeah, you sell them for like dirt cheap, don't you? Yeah, it's just 50. 50 per. Can you believe it? I already have a P-Orth. I am tempted to get the Oz. Oh, if I get 2 of them, then I can upgrade it. Yeah, I probably will do that. I'll be back. Thank you so much. Let's go over here. Shimmering Light. That's important for a quest, I believe. Alright, hello friends. Same fight as before? I think it's the same one. Or very similar. The headhunter was somebody else, but 2 rats. Alright, I'm a little tempted to do blood preparation because I have nothing to summon here. That's very scary when they're dealing almost 100 damage, like 80 damage or something. Yeah, it's a little bit too big of a concern. We should probably risk it. Alright, synergy is manageable. Because at least we have 2 things in play. 2 additional things for them to hit. And the other problem is we have nothing defensive, so we kind of just have to deal with the hits we don't like, for obvious reasons. Okay. Probably activate the bloodworms. Probably the thing to do. I could bring in the wolf, but he could die if he gets hit twice. And then it's a pain to bring him back. Okay. Activate. Activate. Looks fine to me. Could do protection. I'm a little tempted to wait on it, though. I'll give it to him. Alright. I wasn't hit. I wasn't hit. Okay. We want to bring in the golem. I guess the Grim Golem makes sense. I am hurt, though. Getting a bunch of barrier, keeping ourselves alive, and then we'll activate this one. Okay. Looks fine to me. Also, we found some Steam forums about where to find the 2 Pokemon problem. Oh, good. Well, perfect. Because then, yes, it'll be easy to lob off my arm then. Let's do Volatile Magic. Man, part of me doesn't want him to die. I'm gonna overcharge the Blood Golem before he dies, because he's about to get killed. Heal me by 10, I'll take it. Alright, send it. I'll bring in the wolf. Help out, bud. Okay, almost leveled up. Almost leveled up. We need to take out the Weirdstone art. I cannot consume that. If I accidentally do, it ruins the run. Calc Theo. After killing an enemy, gain 100% damage. Right, that one. I'm pretty sure I haven't seen all the runestones. I'll probably see them in this run.
There's an old saying, all that glitters is cold.
Yes. Let's follow the light.
You can still see the light, yet the distance...
Yes, okay, so I have to keep trying.
As you walk deeper into the woods, the darkness grows ever more impenetrable, and the light fades to shadow. The thorns of weirdness twisted trees carve sigils into your flesh.
Oh, another one. So it damages me for less? Huh. I never saw that one. I thought it was always the 3. Yes, for science. Exactly. For science, I have to lose my arm to a Croakmaw. I really... Man, I should probably have a save right before then. And I guess it doesn't really matter. I wonder if it shows up whenever we go into photo mode. It probably does, right? Well, I don't know. Your arm's just gone. I mean, you will see before, like, because I do the lore videos with that run. So you will see in the lore videos if it happens, I guess. Keep following? Bro.
Yes.
Okay. You gotta be kidding me. Okay, I'm gonna go 2 more times. As you walk... Alright. I'm gonna have to just quit. Man, that was a lot of damage. I guess I could return if I'm feeling healthy. Or if I find a way to heal. Okay, where do I want to go? I probably want to go this way. Yeah, can just do that fight. There's 3 of them over here. Hello, host. You have a little nub? Oh, man. Oh, man. Could you imagine? Ah. Poor guy. Okay, reduce damage of all enemies by 20% this turn. Not too helpful. We do have some barrier, could bring in synergy. Yeah, I guess I'll do synergy. Then I guess I should do, where is it? I thought I had the big barrier. I guess I missed it. I don't. Alright, I should definitely do some barrier. I'll probably do it twice. And why not? We'll protect that guy. Okay. This is going to be tougher than I had hoped. I think the only things... Oh no, I do have Abomination there. I don't want to bring in the Wolfie because I need to have space for the Golem. Alright, Arcane Shield on me. Yeah, I don't know if it's worth bringing in the Bloodworm. Also, if I do that, I'm going to have to immediately overcharge one of these guys. And his overcharge, yeah, his overcharge isn't going to give me a bunch of ultimates. Yeah, I'm just going to sit here. I don't like that. Alright, let's take the risk of blood preparation. Got him. Alright. Oh, Moeto? I was wondering if it's possible to lose both arms since... I don't know. I'm going to attempt it. I'm sure that somebody has already tried it, but I'm going to do it and find out probably tomorrow when I play it. I am excited to know. Alright, maybe Envy can kill him. It did. Alright. Heals them, but I needed to get a kill with Envy. Alright. Okay, I guess I'll do an Arcane Shield. I'm just taking all the shield. Activating a bunch. One question, Tomato. Gotta try for science, so I assume it is basically for law. Can't... Oh. Because you can't really do anything without your arms. Yeah. I suppose that's true. But I will say, by the way, Clockwork, I don't know if you watched the test whatever, like last week when I did the test stream because I was trying to figure out how to stream, you know. But I played Tainted Grail Fall of Avalon for a bit to see if you could play the game with your fists, and that's it, like unarmed. But as I was playing it, I realized actually you can win the game without ever attacking at all, because of all the different stuff that they give you. So I was thinking, if I do a challenge run, I'm probably going to make it that I never attack once, and if it's possible to win the game without attacking, because you have the Mana Surge, and the Mana Surge kills the wolves at the beginning almost, right? So it's like as long as you can hit level 5 doing some of those small tasks, you can do it. So I think you actually can probably win the game without either arm. That would be interesting. Which, again, I do think it's funny that some people thought that the game was impossible, but I'm pretty convinced you can win without any arms. Let's do a random. Okay, I could do an overcharge, but I'm probably going to wait on a round or two. We're doing a lot of damage here. Yeah, they're pretty hurt. I'm probably going to accidentally hit that Bloodstone. By bringing the Abomination, the Bloodstone is totally dead. I could bring in the Wolf. He's going to have a little bit of trouble staying alive, but I probably want to... Yeah, we have a lot of energy here. Let's activate. Let's see who he hits. Ugh, the one I didn't want him to, of course. Okay. Fine. Let's bring in the Blood Abomination. Now we definitely need somebody to be dealing some damage. We'll bring in the Arcane Shield. And let's do an overcharge, a big ol' overcharge. Yeah. So I get to heal a bunch. We could probably just leave it like that. Yeah. Yeah, stay tuned for that, absolutely. One of the gremlins says that sounds like a Nurbit video. They're excited. Yeah, I think it is possible. I mean, honestly, if I do it, but I'm probably not going to make it a whole playthrough, because that's going to be so boring. Because the thing with the Mana Surge, I think is what it's called, is that it takes 30 seconds for it to reset. So you have, so it's like the small enemies. I did test it out. I leveled up to like level 7 with like that strategy. So it's like, I know it's possible, but you're gonna have to get so much mana, a lot of like reflecting damage. But I really do think it's possible. But yeah, you have to stay in the fight for like a good like minute or two for some of the enemies, because you have to dodge them and dodge them for like 30 seconds. Once it resets, let them hit you, and then you have to dodge and dodge for 30 seconds. So it's like, that's probably not going to be very enjoyable for people to watch. But I do want to try it. So I'll probably do a little bit of a different kind of a video if I do that. I could paralyze him just to remove his armor. Probably the way to go, actually. Because also he has the debuff. Get rid of that. We're going to activate you. Okay, so then he's going to die soon. Let's pet Wolfie. Let's bring in... Could bring in a blood worm. Probably could. Hate losing the health. Then let's do a volatile magic. Alright, he's kind of low. Getting lower. He's getting there. He's about to explode. If I bring in the blood golem, I don't think he's gonna heal me in time. I doubt it. So let's just upgrade Wolfie, get even more barrier. We're never gonna die. Not at this rate. Yep, okay, he's dead. Fantastic. With the notion of thorns and the howling armor, that could be really fun. Yeah, and also, well, the other thing I did learn, well, so for one, in order to do that, you can't play through the prologue, obviously, because it's just not possible. And the thing is when you start the game, like, you might be able to, like, if you wanted to play the game entirely unarmed, you could play through the prologue and survive. Like, that is possible. But the thing that's really necessary for the mana surge, or challenge run, I guess is what you'd call it, is that you'd need to have that thorn helmet, whatever, right? I don't know if that's what it is called, but it's like you need to have the thorn helmet, and you do get it if you start in Act 1 and don't play through the prologue. They just hand it to you, even though that fight would be impossible. So it's like, I think it's reasonable, because you hit them back then. But anyway, because it deals, I believe it's 5 damage with each time you get hit. So the 5 plus the mana surge, that deals, I believe it was like about 40, I don't remember. Every 30 seconds. I think you can complete the game in its entirety without attacking a single time. But anyway, Dark Rites, it was a free activated minion. That's very nice for obvious reasons. Need for Worm. Offer 7 health, sacrifice a minion to summon a worm. That is like... That's not good. I mean, why does that even exist? Because the Grim... Okay. Well, I guess that it's good if you really need to sacrifice someone you don't have room. That, I guess that's why you do it. But it's like, I'd much rather have a Grim Worm. And they're worth the same price. They do the same thing, except this one sacrifices. I'm just going to get Dark Rites. Alright, let's see here. Cracked Calc, Crack Peorth. Wait, did I... Oh, never mind. I thought they had 3 of them. Just a measly 2. We're getting tons of these, by the way. Ridiculous. Hello, Bard. Dancing away.
Did you have any luck finding my brother?
Yo, I did. Here's a spear.
You give him the spear and see tears forming in his eyes. He starts humming a sad song, like he's saying goodbye to his brother.
At least he didn't die on that battlefield.
You tell him what you heard at the supply wagons, that Hone didn't want to join a fight between some unknown kings. The bard smiles briefly, but there's no joy in this smile.
But he's gone anyway, and there's nothing I can do about it. I've lost 2 brothers now. What's the point of me being here, then? And why was I spared?
Try not to get so upset. I'll try to be comforting. Why would I be a jerk?
You explain that the spear doesn't prove his brother's death. It just proves that he left his spear behind. The bard looks at you, visibly surprised.
I understand. Weirdness can work in mysterious ways, and the fact that he left the group doesn't mean that he died.
However, you warn him that Honir might have changed due to the weirdness. He might not be something that the bard would want to see.
Thank you anyway, friend.
All right. Yeah, Clockwork, I think the card wasn't good either. But also it's like, as the summoner, it's a little bit better because it's like, it doesn't increase the cost of like offering more health in order to use Need for Worm. Like, it just is now a 1 costing summon. In that case, I can absolutely see why you would take it. Because it's a 1 costing worm, but sacrifice a minion. Like, you know, there would be scenarios where I'd say sure, but, you know, more than doubling the amount of health you lose for it, it's like, well, now it's no longer as useful. All right, I can learn a new song. I guess I could learn a song, but I do need money. You know what? I need too much money. Don't I? I think so. I think I do, Bard. Sorry, bud. I need to buy other stuff. Oh, I didn't even realize the milestone was over here. Yeah, we're gonna burn it, or extinguish. Thank you for the candle. Hello. Host of evil. These sick men again. Man, I don't like the sick men. Ugh, especially for these. Okay, yeah, I don't like the sick men. Create 10 barrier on all enemies, lose 10% of your current health. I guess I should have consumed a candle while I had a chance. Because that's not good. Both are very bad. Okay. Well, the Grim Golem, he is going to hurt me a lot, but he needs to come in, take the hits. We could do some volatile magic. Oh, I should have done volatile magic first. You know what? Then we'll... Because we messed that up, let's bring in the wolf. Alright, arcane... Ooh, they killed him already? My goodness. Oh, because they probably hit her. Yeah, because whenever they activate, they activate left to right. So although she had armor, what must have happened is Wolsey hit her, he hit her. So once she takes damage, she attacks. And then they all killed my golem. That was a little bit unlucky, I think. I guess I shouldn't have brought in Wolsey. Okay, let's see. Arcane Shield. Probably the way to go, because if she does that again and hits me, that would hurt a lot. I need to make sure I'm okay. I don't exactly even want to activate him at the moment. I guess I will, though. Alright, get rid of that. Alright, he's dying. Maybe get rid of this Red Death junk. Could do a paralyze. I could paralyze her in preparation of if she gets hit, which is high odds of that. Maybe I will. I don't want her to do anything. And also, she's healing anyway. Alright. They did hit her, so I guess it was the right call. Get rid of that one. Could bring in a blood golem. It's going to become important in a moment. Blood rights. Okay. Yeah. So she's just going to kill him again. A little bit of a barrier. Just... Ooh, he's alive! And you're going to die from Wolsey. You look at that. Man, I didn't even need to bring in the candle. Would anything be helpful? How does this work again? Right, so if I offer 2 more times... No, I can't do that. Well... So if I offer 7... I can get him to the point... I get him to the point that he would overcharge. In which case, I believe he heals us by 10. So I lose 5, 8 to heal by 10. I mean, technically this is good if I'm calculating this correctly. I hope I am. Time to see. So I just spent 7 for 10. Yeah, it was worth it. Absolutely. And look at me. I saved 2 health. Yes. It adds up. Totally adds up. Alright. Here we go. Another one bites the dust. Hello, Forest.
The florist waves his hand and greets you, but as you approach, he notices your surprised look.
You want to ask me why I'm here, even though I found the love of my life.
Good question.
Oh, what a magnificent woman she is, I tell you. But you know how it is sometimes with such women. Sometimes you need space.
Yeah.
And so here I am, giving her space. Anyway, how can I help you today?
Man, I feel like I shouldn't actually comment on that. Okay, so I could buy a bouquet. Pick a card. I believe that these typically are defensive cards, which currently have 5. That's probably going to be worth it. Gain 50 armor. Gain 40 barrier. Pretty solid. Gain 1 block, which I don't have any for this class. Draw 1 additional card with its cost reduced by 1. Huh. That is interesting. I wonder if redirect or block activates first. Also, yeah. Because block will retain. I could do that. You know what? Let's just do Sage. Let's make it make sense. All doing the same stuff. Okay. Anyway, let's continue. What do we have? I don't remember their names. Oh, is this the Harvester? Soul Harvester. We got a deformed peasant. This enemy becomes stronger with every hit it suffers. Lovely. Especially when I can't predict. This enemy heals. We got 2 faith healers. Could be annoying. Okay, so we definitely need to bring the Grim Golem. We probably could summon Wolfie. Come on, Wolfie. Wolfie. Get a bunch of armor there. We'll activate you. Okay, good choice. Let's leave it like that. Alright, you're doing good, Golem. Do a hit, gain 50 damage. That's useless for my character. He's hitting his allies. And he's also going to be healing. Alright, sorry. Let's give him some protection. Envy is not going to work here. I actually could paralyze him. Yeah, is he immune? No, he's not. Alright, let's paralyze. Because he's going to heal that amount of health. We want to delay that as long as possible. Let's pet Wolfie. Wow, he's dealing 3 times the amount of damage that he was a moment ago. That's good. Looks like they're dealing 10. Going to the stone golem. Let's activate ya boy. Alright, that's tolerable. Let's see. I could bring in a Blood Fey. I don't know if he's worth losing 3 health over. Maybe he is, because I can overcharge a future golem, because I'm assuming this is going to take a while, right? Let's pet. Good job, Woolsey. You got this, bud. Alright, so they're both about to overcharge and poof. Alright, so let's gain some barrier. Pretty soon I'm going to need it. Yeah, all we can really do is pet. And we're just going to sit. Okay. Who's he hitting? Tends to attack its ally and buff. We can do another paralyze. Okay. What I would like... Man. We do need someone to be dealing damage. The Bloodworm makes the most sense. We do also have extra energy after overcharge. Paralysis isn't a bad idea. I mean, I don't think we're going to have too much issues here. Alright, so he's dead. I just want to try to heal at some point. If that's at all possible. I have tons of barriers, so I'm going to be fine. Wolsey's not taking enough hits for it to be concerning. I don't want to do envy. Alright, let's just hit you. May as well. 28 damage, not bad. We could, you know, let's toss an arcane shield on Wolsey. Will be nice. Activate. Okay, they're getting there. And let's pet Wolsey. Here we go. I could bring in about Blood Abomination. Not too bad. I do have a full charge, but I'm waiting for the Golem, of course. I need the Golem. Golem. I know he's coming. So he's coming in next round. Alright, let's do the blood. We don't need all this barrier. But we'll do a little bit. Hit some people. Alright, we need to bring in the blood golem. They're all about to die, so we need to bring him in fast. Then we want him to overcharge to heal us. Oh yeah, that's a lot of healing. That's fantastic. Let's pet Wolsey. And yeah, he's totally gonna die. There we go. There we go. Man. Here we go. Alright, so we have Spiritual Guide. I did not like this. Sadly, it's still in my deck. Surge, heal a minion to full, gain 25 barrier, or Immobilization. Stun all enemies. Surge isn't too bad. Well, I will say that it has come to pass that Surge would have been helpful in certain rounds. So maybe I should do it to help a minion out. Immobilize would also be nice because I only have one way of stunning. I do only have one way of stunning, don't I? Yeah, and Immobilization also helps with defense. And both of these are helping with defense, but Immobilization would keep whatever minion is almost dead alive as well. Let's do Immobilization. Here we go, the first mastery. I don't remember these, so this is going to be new to me. Lesser Key of Binding. Whenever any minion overcharges, remove its sigils and return them to your hand. Their cost is reduced to 0. Ugh. That just, ugh. I think I have 2 sigils. One of them, or no, do I just have one? I think I just have one. No way. And also it costs 0. Lesser Key of Punishment. HP lost through playing summon type cards is multiplied by 3 and dealt as damage to all enemies. Okay, are you telling me that I lose 3 times the amount of HP as well? That would be awful. Also, does this count as a hit? Also important, because certain enemies that matters. Whenever any minion overcharges, gain 1 ultimate charge for each minion alive. Huh, I do like that a lot, because sometimes I don't have a Fae in play. So Lesser Key of Chaining is good. Yeah, and I don't want to risk this tripling the amount of damage I take, because, I mean, imagine that. I take 21 whenever I bring in a golem. Yeah, that'd be horrible. Can't take that risk, because then I'd be dead. Alright. Or it wouldn't last. Alright. Hello. I don't remember this one. Menace. Hello, bud.
You approach a weird, ethereal being. It exists in the material realm, yet leaves a fleeting, otherworldly impression. Her eyes twinkle and glow with a unique emerald shade. She's not a witch, that's for sure, but you're not exactly certain she's human. She seems to be composed of wood moss and starlight, but the warmth she evokes in you is soon frozen by the realization that she sits in a writhing snake's nest. Oh my, look who we have here, my darlings.
Ugh.
Another lost soul.
Kill it.
She stares as more snakes slither from the woods. Tell me, What is it you want, traveler? We can do things for you if you simply promise to leave our nest in peace.
Is the intention. I'm getting out. I'm leaving. Ask for healing. Oh, I'm actually pretty close to full. Ask for wealth. Ask for Weirdstone. I do need Weirdstone, but I think I need wealth a little bit.
Take it then and move along.
Yes.
May our paths never cross again.
I hope the same. Trust me. That's disgusting. Get out of my way. Okay. Let's get out of there. Alright. We're within range, so we're okay for the moment. Well, now that we have more health, I'm going to go back to the Shimmering Light. Hunting it down.
There's an old...
Yes. Follow. Fail. Follow. How much? I'm going to go down to 100. Then I'll stop. Where is it? It's right there. I see him. Alright. Well, I tried. Lost 23 more health. That guy is hard to catch. Alright, let's go to Rune Carrier.
Hello again, stranger. Gold for rune stones. How about it?
I'll do it. I have a lot of money. What I really need is 2 of these Oz. That'll actually help. I'll probably return to you later, bud. Alright, rune stones. And we have an upgrade, then, of Oz. Fine. So now I get 8 health. Or, sorry. Well, actually, I don't know. 8% be probably like 11. We'll see. I think that they round up, so I think it's 11. Okay, I hope. Alright, we're gonna have to go around. I don't want to do this fight. Alright, yeah, I'll go this way. The milestone might be able to reach this side of the lake, so I don't have to lose all my light. Okay, got pretty far. Is this another milestone? It is. Okay. Or no, it's not. That's just a tree. Just a tree. Hello. Right. Okay. Blood Abomination isn't a bad idea here. That infected human is just gonna survive. Unless they get really lucky. Blood Abomination. Yeah, just go. You're in. I choose you. Let's see here. Perverted Life Force. This enemy will negate every hit under a certain threshold of damage. Right. So, I can't do anything about that, but this enemy will attack only when there are bloodstones and a bone idol. When killed, this enemy will steal one of your cards. However, it will just disappear if there are no allies in the battlefield. And he heals. And then the infected human, which I wish I could target down, but I can't really. Let's do Sage, getting some barrier, and activate you. It's a fine choice. I wish you would have chose him though. Have you come across Chatterblade? Yeah, I did. I came across Chatterblade. It's very entertaining to have Chatterblade there. I wish he was a little bit stronger, because then I would use Chatterblade all the time. He's so entertaining. But yeah, okay, we need to bring in a blood golem. Absolutely. Let's bring in our friend. I could also even bring in Wolsey. I have a lot of armor here. Yeah, Wolsey should be okay. There you go, buddy. Yeah, I do like Chatterblade. Alright, I doubt I'm gonna be able to kill him, yeah, right? I mean, I could absolutely attempt it. I could immobilize, but he's immune to stun, so it's not gonna actually be helpful. Alright, let's do Volatile Magic and hope we get lucky. No. What's Ritual? Yeah. Actually, I wonder. If I make him activate twice and if he gets, like, maximum damage, he would die. Alright, let's see how much we do this one. Ah, I forgot the Bloodstone healed him. Yeah, so he wasn't gonna die. Okay, let's go again. Alright, almost there. Maybe we... Oh, he's dead anyway. We're good. We're good. The abomination got him at the end of that round. Alright, so the bone idol is going to be healing. Not a big deal. I kind of want to make him overcharge, but in order to do so, I can't, actually. Oh, well, I could promote. Do I have 2 promotions? No. So if I promote blood preparation, then I could overcharge once, and he would give me a fair bit of health. Let's do it. Who do we want to promote, though? I guess we'll promote Woolsey. Oh, we can't promote Woolsey. Alright, promote you. Yeah, then we need to offer again, so that we can overcharge you, so that I can heal. And yeah, they're pretty hurt. They're pretty hurt. Let's pet. Could also paralyze. Sure. Why not? Alright, unstable power. Hit for 30 damage to an enemy. There's a 20% chance of hitting yourself. Hate that one. Well, you guys saw it in the last stream, how unlucky I am. By the way, naturally, in life, I'm a very unlucky person. But those 5, 2/3 chance of successes failing, I think that shows it. But Cracked Ken, huh? Oh yeah, it's a duplicate. That's the one that duplicates cards. Yes, every 13th card played is duplicated. The armor slot is increase the number of your combat slots by 2. Not my thing. Yeah, we need to keep the polished odds. And I think the cracked Gyorth is working out. Are there other examples of living weapons? Because I find the little guy a delight. I know, I do too. Well, not in Tainted Grail. I can't think of it. I can't think of anything. Yeah, I can't really think of much. Like, I mean, there are, like, different items, like, swords in Tainted Grail, but I don't think any of them are top blades. The one thing that I did enjoy, if you've ever watched it, is Critical Role, because they had one of the main characters have a talking weapon, and I thought it was funny. But anyway, Obscure Tavern.
What was once a lively tavern now stands abandoned amongst dense clouds of the weirdness. Deserted and eerie, it is as silent as a grave.
Rough.
Suddenly, a small man with a red nose approaches, waving bottles of hooch. His smell is one of a kind, a uniquely pungent odor that you can feel coating the inside of your nose.
Ugh.
It's a mix of sweat, ale, and piss, with a subtle note of rotten grapes sprinkled on top. He looks like a caricature of a dancing fairy, but this fairy happens to be the drunkest, hairiest, and smelliest person in all Avalon.
Come on, take a sip. Be shy. Drink with me, and you'll forget every useless skill you've ever learned and every worthless person you've ever met. Just let your brain melt. It's my special recipe. Isn't that wonderful? Let your brain melt from my special recipe.
Everything is telling me not to take a sip. Get random consumables and a runestone. Yeah, every part of my body is telling me this is stupid, but this is Tainted Grail. I'm absolutely sipping.
You feel the fluid burning down your throat and into your stomach, leaving a peculiar iron-like aftertaste. You have no idea what the swill is, but at least one thing was true. You're sure it made you forget something. The man belches loudly.
Now, we fight. What's the use of drinking without a proper fight to commemorate the evening?
You insist. It's gonna get beaten up, bud. Drunkard. Booze and adrenaline make him a powerful foe. He won't be able to keep standing on his legs for too long. Countdown. The fight will immediately end when the countdown ends. Okay, so I just don't want to die. Or like take damage. I could do an immobile or paralyze, stun him, and gain some armor. I guess I'll do that. I'll even bring in the Blood Fae. I don't know if I need to kill him in this time, if I just need to survive. A little bit hard to tell. Alright, let's drain a bunch of barrier. What I would like is to have a blood golem. So then by the time that the Blood Fae goes off, I'm able to get a blood golem and get a ton of health back. That's what I'm kind of hunting for, by the way. Let's grab more armor there. I don't want to summon Woolsey because I don't want him to die. This feels like one he could die in. Because if he keeps on dealing more and more damage, that could be concerned. Okay, blood golem, that works. The Fae's doing good at the moment. Doing a little bit of arcane shield. He's actually taking a lot of damage, isn't he? Alright, taking a bunch there. Let's do a ritual. Dark rites. Could bring in some barriers. I'm a little bit tempted to do this already, but I should probably wait. Alright. I'll summon Woolsey now, because he's being protected by the Blood Golem. I'm even going to give him some barrier, because I don't want him to get hit. Alright, he's pretty hurt. Okay, it'll automatically end when the timer ends, so he's going to have one more attack and then he's gone. It doesn't matter what he does at this point. I don't know if I even want to kill him anyway. Alright. Healed to full. I'll take it. Do what you want. You're gone. Alright.
The man finally collapses and disappears into the weirdness. You find a few things on the ground. Among these, you find a crumpled piece of paper. You can't quite understand the weird marks and symbols scrawled on it, but it's clearly an invitation to something.
Oh, the invitation. I forget who that belongs to. Or, like, where I get it. Or need to bring it to. You remember seeing it, though. I don't know if he would have gotten more if he killed him. Maybe you do. But I didn't like the idea of killing the guy. These snakes are actually a little bit rough. I'm gonna go over here. See what this fight is first. Where are you? Maybe I'll do this one first. Hello. Here we go. The bounty hunter fellow. Headhunter. Yeah, adding useless cards. Got a phase shifter. Haven't seen one of those in a while. Okay, I could do volatile magic here. Yeah, let's do a sage. Let's do volatile magic. Do a bunch of hits. Well, I say a bunch, but 2. Could grab some more barrier. Could summon Woolsey. Well, as long as they don't target him, we're fine. Alright. That's okay. Perfectly fine. Could stun all enemies for 2 turns? Really? Oh, then this just becomes super easy. And then it's too easy. Okay. Okay, game, if you insist. Let's bring in the Grim Golem. And yeah. Pet the wolf. He looks so cute. Yes. Yes. I do love the description of the card. It looks so cute. You can't stand to not pet it. But anyway. I feel like that is so true with some animals. You just have to. You don't have an option. Alright. What am I at? I'm at 2. Yeah, I want that to go off eventually, but I am tempted to bring in the Blood Fae because I need more of these for the healing to go off. What I would prefer is if I always have maximum health at the end of a fight, but maybe it's not a big deal. Okay, they're pretty low, quite low. So he's going to blow. So I'll heal from that, so it's not a big deal. I can pet. I can do a ritual on him. All right, quite low there. I think that we're good from here. I can do an envy. Ooh, just 2 more. Then I get to upgrade it. I'll guard myself. And also Woolsey. Alright, so he's totally gonna die here. Yeah, is there anything I want to do ahead of time? I don't think so. Just die. Yeah, perfect. Another level up. A card, Tome of Knowledge. 2 pillars. Offer 10% of your health. This better be good. Invoke 2 blood golems. That is interesting. That is interesting for sure. Because also the blood golems are the ones that heal me, so that'd be incredibly defensive. Grim Abomination and a Grim Fae. I actually am interested in all these for different reasons. Obviously the Grim Fae is free. And that does help me be able to overcharge quick. The 2 pillars is an incredibly defensive skill. It'll help me keep... man. And then the Grim Abomination isn't bad either, because especially lately I've been having troubles with damage. Because currently I have 1, 2... I only have 3 attacking... only 3 of my... what is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7... Only 3 of my 7 summons that I bring in actually deal damage. I am getting a little bit low there. So a Grim Abomination isn't too bad of an idea. Probably should. I don't like it. I'd probably prefer something defensive, but I already have 2 of the golems. I'll just do it. Alright. Ooh, we have a mythical Bayork. Well, okay, so Eol, Normal, Gifu. If you played 3 or less cards, deal a hit for 15 to a random enemy. In the armor, if you played 5 or more cards, gain 10 barrier. In this one, in weapon slot, gain 1 energy every 3 turns. And in armor, every 2 turns, gain a block. I like them both a lot, obviously. I mean, it's hard to do better than every turn reduce the armor of all enemies by 5. So, not today. Let's merge. Ooh, we can merge again, huh? Is it letting me? I have to get into inventory. Alright, let's go into the inventory. We shall merge this one now. Fine. Nice. And these mythicals are good for certain playstyles. By the way, my runestones are like a mess. They're absolutely a mess. Every 1 turn you always deal maximum damage. So every turn, obviously. Yeah, it's still not good enough. Let's go to the rundown mill. Hopefully that's a good call. The blades of this lone windmill creak and groan as you approach. It's as if they're trying to warn you about something. When you enter, the miller strides towards you and immediately announces,
"Apologies, but I can't let you in."
I have a letter. Here's my invitation.
The man looks at your invitation and silently opens a hatch in the floor. It clearly leads down to a cellar. As you walk down the stairs, you hear weird chants coming from afar. They become louder and louder with every step you take. Then suddenly, you see a group of people in black robes gathered around a stone carved with various markings.
Take your place. Do not disturb the ritual.
Okay.
You take the free place. Since you don't know the words, you at least try to hum along to the melody together with the rest of the crowd. At some point, one of the men starts reciting the words of some ritual. He leads that chant, but they end each verse in unison.
Lord of the black skies, we invoke thee. Crowned pale king, we invoke thee. Eternal dark sky, we invoke thee. Lord of the night, we invoke thee.
If I don't have to
Someone
memorize
throws
these.
various mysterious items into a fire. Someone cuts their arm open and drips their blood over the flames. Everything is happening very fast, and the chanting continues. Then everything goes black. Unnatural darkness envelops the place.
What do you think you're doing, you incredible morons?
Oh, is it death?
The men fall to their knees and start praying vigorously.
We've summoned you, Lord, to pledge
death.
our allegiance and demonstrate our endless servitude.
Death snaps its fingers and the man's neck breaks, quite visibly, in 7 different places.
Death is so cool.
It's always the same with you, you idiotic beings. Always the same. You give them life, and they'll find a way to screw it up.
Death snaps its fingers again, and another man falls to the ground.
You forced me to come here and pay attention to you before your scheduled time, and now you say you worship me? That's rich.
Death looks around and notices you.
Hey.
And what are you doing here? Did you go completely nuts and I somehow didn't notice?
It's a long story.
Death chuckles. Probably. It's probably a chuckle. You know, there's really no telling with these immortal beings. You notice that the cultists are still kneeling with their faces touching the ground, all trembling in fear.
Listen, I can't have that. It's not like humans are the only creatures dying in this world.
True.
I'm busy. I'll tell you what. Normally, I'd just get it over with and be on my way. But since you're here, the choice is yours. Should I get rid of these insufferable beings, or should I spare them?
I don't even know what to choose. I don't want to get on Death's bad side. Okay, tell you what, normally just get it over with and be on my way. I guess I'll say spare them. Maybe they'll give me something. I'll be nice. Be nice.
As you wish. But I know the type. They won't stop fooling around with this kind of magic. It's on you to make sure I'm never summoned here again. I'll make it easy for you. Here, with this and certain ingredients, you'll be able to summon things.
What?
Things which are not me. They will look real, but they won't be real. They won't be able to kill you. Study them. Fight them. Do what you want. Now I have to go.
Man, he's so cool. Death is so cool.
Death disappears. The cultists slowly rise, unsure of exactly what happened. Then they start thanking you for saving their lives. You give them the grimoire and once again explain in excruciating detail that they're forbidden from ever summoning death again.
Bad Moon Rising. That is so cool. Wait, I thought I handed it to them. It says it's... Do I still have it? Death's Grimoire, yeah. Book given to you by Death, who wants to prevent crazy cultists from ever summoning it again. Very cool. Okay. Let's go. I guess we'll do the Treasure Guardian now. I don't want to... I mean, these are 3 giant worms. This is going to be a little bit rough. Alright. Worm Serpent. Lesser Worm. Giant Worm Serpent. This enemy's hits can reduce armor. Oh, so his doesn't? Oh, just the Giant Worm Serpent, huh? Well, what we need very desperately is the Golem. And I did not draw the Golem. So we're going to have to do blood preparation. Oh, good, we got him. And also, it's the good one that I can also play Blood Abomination, which I think I'm going to do. So I can hit all of them quickly. I think this worked out. I hope so. He's going to be close to death. He won't be dead. Outright. He did die. Oh no. Well, I miscalculated that one. They're not immune to stun. We're probably going to do paralysis as I wait for my next blood golem. Oh, wait. Oh, immobilization. My bad. My bad. Stun all enemies. He is immune, though. Could do synergy. Probably the way to go. Let's bring in more people, more targets for him to hit. I don't have anything for armor. Alright, hopefully he just doesn't hit me. He didn't. Okay, good. Alright. Let's reduce their armor by 25. I got Sage. That's really pleasant. Let's do a ritual on my biggest guy. I'll probably actually do it on the Abomination. Yeah, that feels better. You're probably gonna die, aren't you? Oh, I didn't realize that they had a group attack. That's why the Blood Golem died. Okay, let's do that to try to keep him alive. Didn't work, he's dead anyway. Alright, so they're going to activate, then do their ultimate. So these two should both be killed. We do need to get another Blood Golem in. Do some Dark Rites on the Abomination. That is very lovely. Yeah, then let's just do a ritual. Yeah. Let's do him. Okay. I think that works. Yeah, the Blood Golem will just take the hits, so. Yeah, he's pretty hurt now. Okay, let's see. We probably want to do a protection on him. The overcharge is not going to help me. He's going to hit a bunch. Could do volatile magic, arcane shield. Yeah, I mean I may as well. I have a ton of energy. Alright, let's bring in Woolsey. Give him some armor. Some armor. Good, he's dead. I should have healed myself before I ended it by overcharging the golem. Then I'd be at full health almost. Okay. Treasure pile.
You found when you filled your...
Yes, 100 gold. I can either gain 2 damage, unlock a new weapon slot for rune stones. Okay. That is good. Gain 30 max health. Also nice, but... Ugh. Then I'm at 160. Yeah. Yeah, I think I'm going to grab another weapon slot. There's a lot of good rune stones left. And now I can equip an additional one. Alright, let's see here. What do we like? 1 energy every 3 turns? Maybe. Every turn increase the damage of the first hit by 100. Duplicate the 13th card. Start combat with plus 50% bonus damage. Every turn deal max. Honestly, every turn deal max might not be bad. That actually might be the way to go. After killing an enemy... You know what, let's do it. Flawless Eol. Go from there. Alright. What's the treasure thing? Alright, oh, okay. Alright. Second last fight. Okay. This doesn't look nearly as bad. Alright, I guess we'll bring in a Grim Abomination. Do volatile magic. I'm good with either of them hitting. And then we'll bring in Woolsey, I think. Ritual wouldn't be bad either. Now let's bring in Woolsey. I like him. That's a lot of bloodstones. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Alright, so half of them are golems. We need it to be more than that. Alright, so you're not immune to stun, are you? No, you're not. So let's stun him. I feel better. And we're just going to add a little bit of extra barrier and go from there. Okay. I can bring in a blood golem. Absolutely should happen. I can do a ritual. Deal in big hits. Alright, looking good. Alright, he's going to die. Can I sacrifice enough health to get the golem? No. I can only do it once. Oh well. Not healing as much as I had hoped. Alright. Leveled up though. Nice. Need for Abomination. That's a no. The needs for the Blood Mage I don't think are worth it, because it makes you sacrifice more, and it's not as good as the Grim one. Alright, Shamanic Knowledge. Offer 7 health to gain barrier on all minions and yourself, equal to twice the HP lost, so 14. And then invoke a Blood Fey. Oversaturation. At the start of each turn, activate. Oversaturation isn't bad. I think that's the one to go for. Yeah, I think that's the one to go for. Oh, I don't know if you like to read, but my partner said that this death acted kind of like the death in a book series, Discworld, except with way less skill. No, I have never heard of Discworld. Yeah, honestly, his voice is cool. It's so, I mean, this guy at least, right? His voice is cool, so chill, smooth, raspy, evil. Sounds really cool. Honestly, many times when a game or a book or a show, whatever, has Death as a character, I always find it so fascinating because he's very interesting, having that kind of power. All blood golems are promoted after summoning. Yeah. Start every combat with 2 energy. That's not too bad to help me get things into play fast. When your HP is below 25. Ooh. Low reserves. When your HP is below 25, all offerings restore health. Okay, I think I have to do that for emergencies. Yeah. That'll make me feel better about myself. Okay. Merge. Okay. What is Discworld about, by the way, just out of curiosity? This interactable? No. Okay, wrinkled creature.
Welcome again.
The woman hides her hands behind her back.
Now, I have something for you. Pick a hand.
You again. Left. 250 experience? Okay, I wasn't sure if it was going to be like the exact amount to level up, but no. It's probably the equivalent of a fight. Alright, there's a guy down there, a host of evil. Evil. You know what? Let's try this a few more times. The shimmering light.
There's an old...
Yeah, I'm still following it. Still following it. Come on, come on. Okay, one more. Man, this shimmering light is constantly out of reach. Tried a lot. I don't know what the odds are of reaching it at. I think it is random. Hello, host of evil. Every villain is lemons. Suffering lady. Oh, good. Well, no, this isn't good. I'm assuming... So the abomination hits everyone on the battlefield, including his allies. So I wonder if that makes the suffering lady always attack then. It probably does. Because when she gets hit, she attacks. Lose an energy. Not like that. Alright, let's do Grim Abomination. Then I'm gonna feel safer. I'm gonna do a Sage. And yeah, let's reduce their damage instead of losing next turn. Okay. So she absolutely attacked. So what happened there? So I attacked. He attacked, so then she attacked, and then he attacked her at the end. So now she's attacking. Okay. So she's just never going to heal as long as this abomination is in play. I could paralyze her. Oh, immune to stun. Forget it. I'm kidding. It was a joke. I would like to have a golem. What are my odds of drawing one? 1 in 3. Too low to take the risk. I kind of want to do Synergy, Woolsey, and Volatile. Or Volatile first, I suppose. Yeah. I got one down. Synergy, Woolsey, help me out here, bud. Ooh. Okay, that did hurt. I don't want Woolsey to die. Well, if I just pet him, it heals him, so let's do that. I think they're all gonna die here, though, right? They should. To be safe, well, I guess I could stun or something. I'll give myself some armor. That. Yep. They're dead. Dead. Acid flask, I'll take it. Even more. Gworth. I need 3 of those, because I do like that one a lot. Another cracked here, which I am going to merge. Alright, so I need 1 more of these Gworths. Gworths. I don't know how to pronounce it. Gworth. It's a long answer. The simple answer is it's a book series. Read between all arcs 40 about the world of magic and what placed on a flat disc world. It's on 4 elephants that are riding a massive turtle through space. The turtle's named a tune. So, you followed several different characters through their shenanigans. First couple of stories follow a guy named Rincewind, who's the worst wizard on the disc, but he really tries. Very British. Honestly, I didn't expect it to end with "it's very British," but that's gotta be like a trip, right? Very,
As you
very
get closer
intriguing.
to the altar, a man in a dark robe appears out of nowhere.
You're not worthy. Go away.
Thank you, Naomi. Yeah, I'm at 17 now. Can you believe it? I'm about to hit, well, I might even hit 20 this stream, which is my... By the way, thank you all for watching, by the way. I hope you guys stay. Yeah. Alright. I kind of want to try the Shimmering Light again. Man, I don't want to kill myself over it, right?
There's an old...
One more time. Fail. Alright, I'm done. The gambling is over. Like 15 losses. Okay. Congratulations, Mr. Tomato. Thank you, Clockwork. By the way, Clockwork, I am kind of interested. Does it kind of have a... Well, when you were starting to describe it, I was thinking maybe as a similar feel to something like Avatar. I don't know. But that was one of the first things I thought of with like those creatures and stuff. Do I want to do anything ahead of time? I want to burn one of those. I might want to switch things out. These fights are tough for my guy. Discarding and drawing 3 cards is probably something I want for him. Okay, we're dumping that. Yeah, I guess that works. Let's do this. Die tree. Alright, here we go. Darenheim Winterbane. In order to be able to hurt this enemy, you need to destroy the trees that protect it. Pay attention to its intents and notice that it will become immune to stun after losing even one of its trees. Winterbane's knowledge. Darenheim Winterbane cannot be hurt. Okay. Yeah, it's a skeleton in the tree. Very disturbing. Corrupted tree. You need to destroy these in order to hurt Darenheim. However, the trees will spawn new enemies after being killed. Immune to stun. Alright. Well, they're not doing anything. They're just buffing. I mean, I guess I should bring in a Blood Golem for preparation. And I guess I'll bring in Wolsey. Wolsey's my best friend. I can see the similarities, especially with the creatures, but it's very Western mythical. Dragons, elves, dwarves, capitalism. Also, there's lots of gods, and they're very interesting. Yeah, well, yeah, it was mainly because of the creatures. That's why it made me think about it. Let's see. Definitely going to be doing Dark Rites. And he's not immune to stun at the moment. I could do an immobilization. Yeah, let's just do that so I don't have to deal, or don't have to worry about taking damage. Go ahead and activate, buddy. And I'll pet Wolsey. He's too cute. Can't stand to not pet him. Okay. Blood Abomination is very valid here. What else is valid? Synergy isn't. Spiritual Guide, not too bad. I might honestly do that to the Blood Golem, because I do have another one I'm supposed to draw, right? Yeah. Okay, let's bring in the Blood Abomination, and although I don't like doing it often, we're going to do the Spiritual Guide. Because the Blood Golem is not helping me at the moment. Now he would. But I believe I can do Blood Preparation. Bring him in. He's hitting hard. I could do a Paralysis still. Let's do that. Stun, don't have to worry about it. We're getting there. We're getting there. We are getting there. Alright. I guess I'll bring in the Grim Abomination. We'll bring in Volatile Magic. Ooh, he just healed. That's bad. I'll give him a little bit of armor. He might need it soon. Do a ritual. On who? The one on the right. Pet the wolf. I need to get some barrier ups. Man, okay. I definitely need to get the Arcane Shield soon. I should probably just do it now. Alright, let's do it. Let's do some Volatile Magic, hoping to deal some damage. It'd be nice if I could choose to activate him, but I can't really. Let's just pet. Okay, activate minion 3 times, sacrifice it. I could do that. But what does he do? He's gonna deal 1 hit for 200% damage. Currently he's dealing 2 for 100%, so I believe that this would technically deal more. And also then I would activate 7 times. Alright, let's do that. Spiritual Guide. Okay. Leave it there. Hey, Damien Aylin, you're back. There's one named Grace, and powerful Ohm. He's just a giant angry tortoise. Yeah, that does sound like a person that you'd find in Avatar. Let's see. I need a lot of damage to be going off here. I don't need a Blood Golem at the moment, but I will as soon as he's dead, which he's about to die. Now let's do it. Also, that Blood Golem is going to heal me anyway. Could either pet the wolf or gain 40 barrier. I guess I'll gain the barrier just in case. Okay, luckily I have the group attack. Oversaturation. Not the most useful at the moment. Yeah, well, actually, can I do oversaturation on Wolsey? I can. Well, then there's some value to it, because at least he's going to stay forever. Well, barring dying. I guess I will. Okay, Woolsey, you're now oversaturated. Let's give Woolsey a shield. Alright, so Woolsey's dealing double damage now, which is nice. Could even pet him. Yeah, maybe I will. Yeah, there's no reason to do this until I get a new minion. The overcharge. I'm waiting for that. Alright. So now we're in stage 2. So what's happening now? Witcher's Bane's Desperation. It's mortal once again. Dealing at plus 200% damage. Did you just say, let's go Canada, Naomi? How dare you? America's superior. Alright, I could do synergy here. Probably a good call. I have nothing that deals damage. I'm honestly a little bit tempted to overcharge my Bloodworm, but I think the damage is more important. Let's pet Woolsey. I might even promote the Bloodworm, but no. Let's activate Woolsey. Alright, so he's about to go off. I could bring in another Abomination if I... Yeah, let's do this. Let's make him die. Sorry. Ooh, that's a lot of damage to that guy. Bring in the Blood Abomination. I have one ritual remaining that I can use, but I also have Spiritual Guide. Upgrade. Oh, wait. Cards that grow permanently more powerful than you use under certain circumstances. Huh. So I could put this on the Blood Abomination. He'd attack everybody 4 times for 5 to 8. And then die. The Blood Golem, I need him to go off, right? Alright, let's just activate. Okay. No one is superior. And breaking everyone's heart. Oh man. Alright, so the Grim Golem needs to come in now. I mean, look at that damage. It's absurd. So, Grim Golem. He'll survive for a moment. Well, what needs to happen is he needs to survive through this hit and that hit. I mean, the 30 to 35 is manageable, so... Which he's gonna do. I could even give him 50 armor. He might even be able to survive all the way to him then. That's actually an interesting idea. I have 2 of them. Yeah. Let's do it. Alright, so he's gonna survive now. We have some extra armor. I'll even put it on him. Why not? I feel like being nice. Yikes. He's almost dead, but not quite. Yeah, we should definitely do volatile magic. Could do a ritual. So close. Alright, so he is gonna die. I could overcharge him even, but he's also about to go off. Alright, let's just pet Woolsey. Play it safe. Whew. Okay, it's just me and Darenheim's life essence. Easy. Abomination might just kill him. But he's dead. Ew. Okay, another one down. 3 weird candles, all to consume for further use. Alright, Scapegoat. Sacrifice a minion. Heal all other minions to full and create 20 barrier. Okay. That's not bad. I mean, you know, it's not horrible. Awakening. Promote and activate all minions. For 3, that's not worth it. Sacrifice. Sacrifice a minion, dealing a big hit to all. I am tempted to do Sacrifice over Scapegoat. Yeah, I'm a lot more interested in Sacrifice than Scapegoat. Sacrifice I don't like much either, though. I really don't like sacrificing minions, especially with the overcharge. I could re-roll, but I don't know if there's stuff that's much better. I probably do want another golem at this point. I probably do. You know what? Let's risk the re-roll. Okay, revival, activate a minion, heal it, and harvest, sacrifice a minion, promote all others. All right, let's do a revival. Heal and activate. That sounds fine to me. Another merge. Another merge. And we're merging a lot.
This feels like an echo of something that happened before. Like then,
You already said that.
you're left with the sensation of a strange power growing within you.
Yes. Alright, we're taking the Weird Stone Heart. We need 3 of them. I don't know. Do I keep doing this Shimmering Light? I could keep trying. I'll give up. The light did not do very well. Actually, I could have done it once, now I think about it, because I get to heal by half. Alright, healing. Let's do a little bit of a rest. Hopefully we get the 18 Weird Stone that we need to do it again after the next act. Thank you for helping. Oh, I'll talk to you for a moment. See if anything's new. Nope, nothing. Coolio.
The blacksmith.
Okay, nothing to talk to him about. I kind of want to buy transmute just to have it available to me if I ever want it. Look at all my options. Transmute 3 of your own rune stones into 1 of the same rarity. Man, look at all this. Crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. I'm not going to do it. Maybe I will at the end. But not now, at least. Okay. Thank you, Wayland. I could actually purchase his rune stones. Maybe I will.
The blacksmith.
Just in case I can combine in the future. Hello, Candlemaker. I don't know if I need any more, right? I have 8. I believe. Why isn't it showing up? 8, yes. I have 8. I don't need any more. Let's see what else we can get, though. So, I could increase the duration. That would help in the future. Increase the number you start with in each run. I should probably do that before I finish. I'll just do it now in case I forget. Yeah. I think that's it. Thank you for all the help. Okay. Let's talk to him. Man, there's a lot of stuff to talk to him about. Didn't even realize. Okay, so about the monster.
You tell the Candlemaker everything about your encounter with the monster he was so afraid of.
He ate his people in order to protect them. That's unbelievable.
Oh, him.
Greedy bastard.
I know.
You see, he knew they'd be safer with me. But the only things he cared about were his own pride and influence.
Yeah, he was disgusting.
You show Luch the pin you found on the ground after fighting the monster. You see sadness welling up in his eyes.
I'd recognize this pin anywhere. It belonged to Min, one of the best singers I ever heard. He ran away from home. A young sire, now a disgrace to his royal family.
Rough.
It's sad that he ended up like that. But there's something about this pin. Give me a moment.
He disappears for a while. When he appears again, he has a disturbing smile on his face.
You did well. And I have an idea for how to avenge the life of this man, and the lives of all my friends.
What do you have in mind?
The monster must carry at least one more thing with him. I don't know what it is, or who it belonged to, but we weren't a big group. Bring me that second item, and I think I'll be able to surprise you. In a good way.
Alright.
The monster must carry at least one more thing with him. I don't know what it is, or who it belonged to, but We weren't a big group. Bring me that second item, and I think...
Okay. Alright, so I can give him the fire sample, which I need to do.
This will do, yes. Now, give me some time.
The candlemaker disappears into the room you're forbidden from entering. You wait patiently. Hours pass, and then he finally returns with a sad look on his face.
So, I have two answers for you. Good and bad. Which one would you like to hear first?
Good news.
I know how to save your friend. And it's not that complicated.
Kill him? The bad news?
His condition is in no way useful for our village. It's just another case of things being twisted by the weirdness. That's all. The sad truth here is that your friend was a soldier and a coward in life. This means that he wasn't cursed for his crimes. It means that he wants to be punished for them. He wants to be purified, absolved, connected to the fire. This is his own chosen punishment.
Dude.
Get it?
He's doing this to himself.
See, it's all in his head. He can get up as soon as he really wants to. When he forgives himself. It's as simple as that.
Yeah.
And yet, it's not that simple at all.
Alright, do you have any idea how to help the knight?
The candlemaker listens to your tale about the sizable knight, but cuts in before you have a chance to finish.
I'm afraid this has nothing to do with wax or candles of any kind, my friend.
Alright, thanks for the help anyway. Alright, now we go to the ghost.
Trick.
Yes, trinkets. Can you help with the knight?
You start explaining the situation of the sizable knight, but the ghost cuts in.
My dearest friend, you're telling me about issues of the flesh. Can't you see any flesh on me?
No.
How would I be able to help then?
I don't know. It's worth a chance. Alright. Hello, scientist?
Hello. I'm finished. I successfully recreated the formula for a potion that should work for our dear Wayland's love. Just splatter it near the place she likes. That should lure her and force her to stay in human form for a while. And when you're done, tell Wayland that he owes me too. I need a new cauldron. My old one's starting to leak, and that's quite dangerous when it comes to stronger potions.
That's very true. Yes, that'd be very bad. I'll talk. Any idea about the knight?
You explain everything you've learned about the sizable knight's hunger.
I'm sorry, but I've never researched such things.
Alright, well, I'm trying to come up with a solution. And the lost soul never... Well, can't talk to him. Okay. Off we go, I think. Yeah, let's just go. Alright, we have a ton of weird candles. We're probably good to do all the fights with just weird candles. Alright, go to the Brock. Alright, stalkers, abominations. So the abominations are hitting them. The stalkers, the enemy will become tougher when it has less than 50% of its health. It can reduce your armor and spawn a useless card. Great. Stun all enemies for 2 turns. No one's immune to it. Yeah, let's do it. I kind of like the idea of oversaturation, but I'll do Bloodworm and summon Wolsey. Great job, guys. Doing great. Alright. Could bring in a Fae. Not all too helpful. Let's get some armor. We don't have any at the moment. We probably need a fair bit of barrier, actually. Same thing on Wolsey. Let's pet him. Okay, 1 down. Okay, we need to get the Grim Golem up and running. Get some Sage. Volatile Magic, that's probably the way to go. Alright. Manageable. He survived the first round. Alright, we should probably stun all enemies. We know that they can get stunned. And then we'll pet. Alright, we're getting there. Hopefully the golem is still around. I guess we should get the Grim Abomination, though. Do a nice hit. If I do that, he's going to be tougher, though. Well, he's going to get hit anyway. Alright. Man, you need to upgrade immediately. I don't know if giving him armor is going to help. I mean, I could do some rites to give him some health, but I think that we're kind of okay if he does die. And give him some armor instead. I don't want him to die. Okay. Oh no, they killed the abomination. Alright, we need to do blood preparation, blood abomination. They're just buffing, so that works. I don't want to do this unless I have to. I want to delay it. Let's do some rites, doing a small hit, and let's just do a ritual, doing another small hit. We're getting there. Alright, they're dealing tons of... Oh, wow. That is tons and tons of damage. Well, I mean, statistically I shouldn't die. Well, I'm not going to die. Or, well, yeah, I shouldn't. I should say that. I do have paralysis, so I could just knock one of them out. Probably the way to go. They're equal. You. I could do a revival, I could just make him go. If I do that, and Woolsey will probably be really hurt. Maybe I will, though. Ooh. Look how cool. Oh, I can kill him. Okay, perfect. It worked out. Whew. And now, Envy just needs one more. This turn every attack has a 25% chance to deal 200% damage. Thanks. Wow, I got 4? I got 4? Wow. After anyone's death, gain 20 barrier. Huh. That's really interesting, because I think that would include my summons. I think I'll actually equip that. Yeah. Right? After anyone's death, gain 20 barrier. Because, yeah, my summons die all the time. Yeah. Yeah, because then healing is going to be a little bit easier for me. Or not healing. Blocking. Defending. First broch.
This thick-walled broch was once a private prison. Now that you've broken out the only valuable prisoner kept inside, the place lost its sole reason to exist. Does the broch have any future, other than becoming a shelter for criminals or a mad hermit? Does it hate you for stealing its purpose?
That's a weird line. I'll look inside.
Find a loose stone. You find a small stash of valuables left by one of the prisoners a long time ago.
How did he get 110 gold in there? Well, I guess the guard just let him. There's the treasure guardian. Roaming warband. Where's the big fight? Is it that one? Yeah, so let's go left first. Alright, corrupted giant. We got a juggernaut. Right, so if I block him, he's gonna be more deadly. Primeval grub will deliver, yeah, grub boy. Right there. Yeah, alright. Hits and buffs. Alright, well, a Grim Abomination is pretty good here. Wish I had more energy. I could stun one of them. Probably not a bad idea. Man, I don't want to be hit. I don't think I have an option. I also am worried about the Blood Abomination just dying. Alright, let's paralyze the Juggernaut. He's gonna hit somebody handily. Hopefully it's not me. It isn't. Alright, good. Alright, we're still hunting. Alright, let's do a blood preparation. We need to have a blood golem. We got him. Good. So he's gonna be keeping us alive. He's attacking everybody for about 30 twice, so 60, 90. So he's taking a ton of damage. He's probably gonna die. I could do an arcane shield on him, and then he'll survive the hit. Probably survive the round, I should say. Let's do that. Oh, he still died. Rough. Okay. I think that they're... Oh, he's immune to stun. Yeah, so I could stun them. Well, those two. Might not be a bad idea. Currently, it's becoming just me and the Abomination here. My best bud, it seems. Woolsey's not as helpful today. I could protect him. Then I'll survive longer. I'm very concerned about bringing in Woolsey. We have a Grim Golem incoming. Alright, I'll do it. Because I'm not going to die from this round. Okay. Didn't get him. So I'm going to do blood preparation. I need the Grim Golem. Or else we're going to have a lot of trouble. And yes, Clockwork Boy. Yes, Grub Boy. Yeah, sorry, I was a little bit focused. Yes, he's just a little grub boy. Very disgusting grub boy, but just a little grub boy. Huh. Dark Rites is definitely going to be... Yeah, well, we know we're doing it on him. I could do a Bloodworm and then that would be my turn, which I think is okay. I wish I could give him some block, but I just... yeah, there's no way to do it. Alright. Alright, Wormy. Ouch. That hurt. Ooh, they almost killed me there. Alright, well I can likely kill him within a hit. Luckily he's buffing, he's not attacking at the moment. Yeah, Woolsey's probably gonna die. Alright, let's kill him. Would you get 20 barrier when somebody dies? I forgot about that. I guess I should bring in the Blood Abomination. Probably the way to go. Yeah. Okay. Alright, so he hit me, which was kind of good because I had block up. Alright, we have another Grim Golem. Alright, so we should be good from here on out. Yeah, we could bring in a Grim Abomination to deal more damage. I guess we should. Let's put some barrier on Woolsey. I don't want Woolsey to die. Alright. Got Dark Rites. We'll do it on the big one. Sage. So now we have some block. We're going to do a ritual. Oh. We do have a barrier left. And he's dead no matter what happens. Let's pet Woolsey, actually, because it does heal him to full. Alright. Oh, he survived that. Would you look at that? Could do a revival even. Keep him alive. Do I care about it? I think I do. Okay, so he's about at full. We only have 2 left. We're going to be doing an Arcane Shield and petting. We'll just put it both on Woolsey. But Woolsey's fine. Well, I don't know if he's fine from here on out. I hope he is. Can't do Envy. I'm not going to sacrifice. Yeah, not the time for it. Could oversaturate protection. I'm about out of people, though. am about out of people. Have him go. Could pet Woolsey... Yeah, let's just pet him. Alright, we got a kill. Hopefully it was kind of at the end, so they're not even going to attack me. I guess I'll do a synergy. Let's do, to activate you. Volatile magic. Pet the wolf. Gain more shield. Alright. Let's bring in the blood golem, and we're just gonna... I think... Well, I guess I can heal later. Yeah, I'll just heal later. I activate 2 minions. I'm done. Ooh, maybe I'll heal now, actually, because I have a blood abomination in the back. Bring in a regular. I can afford it. Activate him. Ritual him. Alright. Looking good. Looking alright. The battle of attrition. Alright, so we need to do a fair bit of these. Ritual him. Ritual him. Pet the wolf. Pet Woolsey. Reduce damage of all enemies by 20% this turn. Not necessary. His intent is a mystery. Uh-oh. Let's end it. Yikes. I don't know what they even did. Alright. We need another summon, probably. I don't have enough activations here. I mean, I'm gonna activate him once. See where we're at. Okay. I guess I don't need to do blood preparation. We can probably do this with just who we have. I mean, to be honest, we might even be able to do it if we make him do his ultimate, but... or no, he would have split. Alright, I mean, we'll do a mobilize for anyone that survives. Pet Woolsey. There we go. Whew. Visiting viewers, thank you, name assist. Hope you're doing good before work. Man. Yeah, I think I hit 18 for a moment. I think. But yeah, that's currently my record. We'll see if we can hit 20 one day. Self-awareness. At the start of each turn, promote. That's very terrible. Invocation, activate all minions twice. That's okay. Promote a minion by 2. No. Okay, so invocation is the way to go. If it's timed well, it's actually pretty stellar. Sigil of the Serpent. Promoting... no, probably not. Whenever 3 or more minions are alive, increase your damage by 25. Every overcharge heals all minions to their max. Blood Essence or Sigil of the Serpent? I guess I'll go Blood Essence, because this has the potential of being harmful. I don't want to risk that. Not worth it. Alright, Gar. I like Gar. Increase damage by 2, because it's just a flat damage boost. Simple. Alright, hello, shadowy presence.
You find the same woman. She's unnaturally old and clearly twisted by the weirdness. She's still searching for something on the ground.
It must be here, somewhere. I just had to find it.
20 viewers next, and then the world. Take care. Thank you so much, Name Assist. I know. It is crazy, right? Once I hit 20, then I'll be like, man, then I just need 30. And then it's going to be like, oh, man, then I just need 40. Alright, what are you talking about, old lady?
I need to find a memory. A runestone which belonged to someone dear to my heart.
Oh, it's you.
Maybe you've seen one around here? Maybe you have it? Maybe you've taken it.
Oh, yeah. I wrote it down. Let me go get my notes. I've given a few away. I know that I could just look at the wiki, but that feels like cheating. So what have I done? I have given her Stan, Eel, and Tyr. I want to give her level 1s. Let's give her... Okay. I actually need to get a pen. Here we go. Brought my pen this time. I forgot it last time. All right, we'll give her the Payorth. I don't mind. Payorth. Let's try it out.
It's not the one I'm looking.
Okay. I'll keep trying. Warding lore. I guess I could do that. Let's just do it. Go again. What haven't I given? I want to give her a level 1. Level 3. Alright, here's a Gar. Take the Gar.
It's not the one I'm looking for.
Bro.
But I'll keep it. Here, choose something you need.
I'll just take it.
As an exchange.
Alright, not what I wanted, but whatever. Ooh, I probably do need meat in case I run into the sizable knight. I actually should have checked if he was on the map. Alright, what else? Did I do... Have I done calc? I haven't.
It's not the one I'm looking for, but I'll keep it. Here, choose something you need.
Okay, I don't need the candle. I mean, I'll take another Tome of Knowledge, whatever. In an emergency. Going all the way down here. I'm currently equipping these, so those are out of the question. I've already given you an eel. I haven't given you a sigil. Where's this? Stun a random enemy? Yeah, okay, yeah, sure.
It's not the one I'm looking for, but I'll keep it. Here, choose something you need. As an exchange.
Fully charge your ultimate. That's probably the one to go for. Alright. What haven't I done? I haven't done an Ethel, but I don't want to give her a level 2. Here's a level 1.
It's not the one I'm looking for, but I'll keep it. Here, choose something you need. As an exchange.
Man. I gotta say, this is rough. Alright, Acid Bomb, reduce armor of all enemies by 50 for 2 turns. We'll do that. Have to keep trying here. I guess I'll give her
It's not...
Okay, not it. Write that down. Alright, gonna keep trying. We already did calc. Have we done Stan? We have done Stan. We've done calc. I don't want to give her... Oh wait, I already did pure. Yeah, I did. That was the first one. 10. No. There you go.
It's not the one I'm looking for, but I'll keep it. Here, choose something you need.
Talking Skull. We need more of those, just in case. Okay, Calc, Pyorth, Eel, Gifu. We haven't done that one. Sure, that's fine.
It's not the one I'm looking for, but I'll keep it. Here, choose something you need. As an exchange.
Man, wording lore. Can you believe this? My goodness. Okay. Eel. I haven't done Bayork. I mean, this is a good one, but I probably want to save that for last. Oh, I haven't given you Man. How haven't I given you Man? It's like my least favorite. Have I really not?
It's not the one I'm looking for, but I'll keep it. Here, choose something you need.
All right.
As an exchange.
Another Tome of Knowledge. Let's go again. Man, what haven't I given? Did I give Ethel? Yes. Did I give here? Yes. Gar. Yeah, I did. Bio. As killing an enemy, gain a bunch of damage. Oh, right. This is the upgraded. I'll do it.
It's not the one I'm looking for, but I'll keep it. Here, choose something you need. As an exchange.
Yes. Another warding lore. Alright. Gar, Stan, Tyr, Gwiorth. That's what I'm equipping. Alright. I guess I'll have to do Bayork.
It's not the one I'm looking for, but I'll keep it. Here, choose something you need as an exchange.
Man. Alright. I'll check over one more time, but I don't think I have it. Whatever I need. Earth, eel, man. I'm not giving her my best. That would be dangerous and dumb. Yeah, so she doesn't have Oz or Gwiorth or Daig. But I'm not giving those. Alright. Well, I tried. I tried. Take the meat. Man. Oof. How many did I give her? That was like a dozen? Oh well. Let's continue this way. To the roaming war band. Alright. Weird bear. We got a necromancer. Corrupted giant. Let's see how this goes. So, what do I have? Gain 10 damage, lose 50 armor. Not a big deal if I can bring in what I need to. Sharp fangs, plus 50% damage for every ally as well as lifesteal. Ooh, this could be a really big pain. This could be a big pain. I am tempted to do blood preparation because I think I need to have somebody defending. I didn't get what I needed. Okay. 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 So I need to pop out as many as I can. I don't want to bring in Woolsey. He's just gonna die. You're just gonna die. I mean, I'm even tempted to do the talking skull. But that's too dangerous. So if I stun all enemies, those two will be stunned. I guess I'm gonna have to just do that. Bring in the Grim Abomination. He will live. I'll just leave it. I'll save protection for later. Alright, we're good. Well, we're alive. Alright, Blood Golem, Sage. That's all that I really want to do. And go from there. Alright. We can do synergy. Bring in 2 more. Probably should. I have a lot of block on myself. Alright, let's do a ritual. Okay, they targeted me, which is good. Because I had a lot of barrier on me. Alright. We need to have the Grim Golem. This is the one time it makes sense to do a sacrifice. But I could just do an overcharge. And then they're just gone. Maybe I'll do it for that bloodworm over there. Then we'll bring in the golem. So then I have somebody defending me. That's probably going to be important. Let's activate him, because he actually deals a lot. And let's actually give him a barrier, try to keep him alive here. At least for another round. Okay. Okay. Activate all minions twice. Intriguing. But I'd have to have the right kind of minions in. I might bring in Woolsey at this point. I have no one dealing damage. Oh, I should have done that. Get 10 barrier. Or lose 13 health. I think I have to give him some barrier. Could do an invocation, but that would just deal 2 damage twice. Let's give oversaturation to Woolsey. We'll make Woolsey go, because there's nothing else to really do. We have a barrier. I'll put it on him, trying to keep him alive. Alright, it worked. Alright, so all we have is the weird bear. I can do paralyze. He's not going to heal. He's stunned. He loses some armor. We'll pet the wolf. Give him some protection. Trying to keep Woolsey alive. Alright. So the golem is fine. He's not going to die. I could do a... well, except for the overcharge, he's going to kill him. Should probably make him activate, deal some damage there. Pet Woolsey. I guess volatile magic. Yeah, that's fine. Do a ritual. Alright. He's gonna die. Well, Woolsey can almost do it himself. I'm gonna have to bring... I should have kept a knife on me to hit. But he's dead. Right. We leveled up. Sharpening stone. Something I will not be using, sadly. Okay, need for golem. Now that's an interesting one, because sometimes I do need a golem. We have Fury. I like putting that on Woolsey. I'm interested on putting that on Woolsey. Druid's Bane. Reduce the enemy's armor by 50 for 5 turns. Long time. I like them all. I like them all a lot. I really want to have Fury. Specifically because of Woolsey. But sometimes I just desperately need a golem. So... yeah, I need another one. It's probably important for safety, for surviving. Cracked Ethel. Okay. Man, I don't know what stone that lady wants, I gotta say. I gave her a lot.
As you approach the tree, it seems to shift and move. You draw closer, and suddenly you realize why the tree appears to be moving. Dozens of rotting bodies dangle and sway in the breeze. It looks like a strange dance with their necks nodding along in their nooses. One of the corpses speaks.
You hear that? I hear someone coming. If I hadn't stolen the eyes, I could see them, and the ravens wouldn't be eating mine all the time.
Another corpse, left with only the rotting top half of his body, responds immediately.
At least you got to keep your lower half. No women for me anymore.
A man on the top left cuts in. His jaw is hanging by one cord-like tendon. He's trying to laugh manically, but it sounds more like a dry wind rustling through a desert.
No woman never wanted you anyway, even when you had your lower half.
Man, what a jerk. Okay, ask about the eyes.
It's the eyes you want. You'll have to reach for my backside, 'cause I can't in my predicament.
We'll never give 'em back to that treacherous bastard.
Maybe if you ask for mercy for us. Mercy? For him? Good joke. He ain't the merciful kind. Isn't that why we worshipped him?
Alright, threaten him with fire.
Nah, need to be rude, friend.
We've no means to defend ourselves. Take pity.
We've probably developed some oozing diseases beyond your wildest imagination. Hanging up here all this while. Go on, touch us and find out. Zaid, look for the eyes then, if you're so desperate. Go on, do it.
It's an interesting threat. Possible negative consequences. I mean, that's the quest.
As you stretch out your arm to loot one of the corpses, he bites your hand and laughs.
Jerk. I'll try one more time.
As you stretch out...
Alright, I'm out. I've been very unlucky with those. Not doing that again unless I heal significantly. Hello, roaming warband. We have over there a rune tome. Alright, we got a bone idol. He's going to disappear if everyone's dead, and he heals. Tormented grub boy. This enemy will deliver simple attacks, buff itself, and spawn smaller grubs after death. And then a juggernaut. If I block him, he deals double damage every round. Alright, reduce armor by everybody by 50. Sounds good. Let's do a Grim Abomination. Also sounds good. I'm kind of hurt, but Seems valid, at least. I need some barrier. He's hitting hard. Alright, let's do some dark rites. We know it's going on him. Man, I need one more kill with Envy. So close to that. Alright, I guess I'm just gonna have to block myself and take a small hit. Suppose. I do need to heal eventually. Or you know what? Maybe I should do a talking skull. Yeah, I will. I'll take the risk. Alright. We'll have him activate. We're not going to promote. Let's draw. Barrier. Okay. Ouch. Did he target me? He might have. Alright, need for Golem. I do have a need for Golem. That is correct. Very, very accurate. Astute. Alright, let's... Man, I'm going to take a lot of damage here. Synergy. Need for Golem. Get rid of him. I have some block, but not enough. Blood preparation. Draw a random summon. No. I don't want to do spiritual guide either. Just activates once. It's pretty useless. In another case, I'm tempted to draw a card. Maybe I will. Nope. One more time. Yep. There we go. A lot more defensible now. Can stun all enemies. No one's immune to it. Probably good to do then. Trying to keep everyone alive. Let's bring in Woolsey now. While we have the opportunity. Alright. 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 Let's see. I could make one of them activate. And then bring in the Blood Golem. Maybe I will. Alright, he'll overexert. We're going to bring in the Blood Golem. Because the Blood Golem can heal me. Because this... Yikes. This should take... Well, I was going to say it should take a minute, but it is not going to take a minute at all. None of these attack. Right? Yeah. I guess we'll activate Woolsey. I should pet him first. Protect Woolsey. I think what we're going to do... I think we're going to hunt for Envy. Hopefully I draw it. I did not draw it. Because Woolsey and me are pretty safe. I'll just keep petting him and chilling here. And yeah, I'll just wait for Envy, because Envy will let me kill one of them. Envy. Envy's not here. We'll pet again. Adding more barrier. Doesn't really matter what we do. Come on, Envy. It's right there. Alright. Stun all. It doesn't really matter. We're just delaying the inevitable. Alright, perfect. Envy. We got it. Finally. Man, it took us a while, but after killing 6 people with that very lame ability, we get Sword of Envy, which is a pretty hefty hit, but I have to offer 5 health. So it essentially permanently upgrades. But yeah, worked out. We did it. We're almost at level 20. Getting there. Paralysis, we could get a second one. Grim Golem. Man, we just got one. Shamanic Knowledge. Invoke a Blood Fae. That gives us barrier. Get a Blood Fae. It is 0. I mean, Grim Golem is probably the way to go, but I need more stuff that deals damage. Alright, I guess I'll do it. And hope in the future for something that deals damage. After summoning, activate the minion. That's very nice. Increase the max health of all minions by 15. Not bad. Start every combat with 2 additional energy. Also pretty good. I might do haste. What would that do? I mean, every single time I summon, I'd essentially deal about 10 additional damage. Which is, I mean, it's piddly when I deal the final boss, which is 4,000 health, right? If I start the combat, that's going to help with the little fights in particular to get things prepped. Well, maybe I'll do it. Alright. Nice. A bunch of rune stones. Here we go. To the ruined home.
You noticed the ruins of a home that was burned down. There's no telling whether it was destroyed during the war, set alight out of spite, or simply burned down due to an unfortunate accident.
Alright, well, let's look for the valuables. Door to the left.
You find nothing.
Door. And hole in the floor. Smoke bomb. Okay. So I have 2 more fights on this side. Get going. I kind of want to complete this run tonight, but that could take a while. We'll see. I mean, I think I have like 6 more fights. Or 7. Alright, so we have Reaver. This enemy will deliver more hits each turn unless it's stunned. Then we have the Juggernaut, dealing more damage if his stuff is blocked. Not immune to stun, not immune to stun. Well, obviously he's... We should probably do an Immobilize, keeping us alive for the moment, because that's not good. Let's bring in Woolsey. We'll grab some Sage. I could bring in a Blood Fae. Not completely opposed to it. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I guess I'll do it. Okay, for now, let's do a Blood Abomination. Let's pet Woolsey. I don't want him to die. If he gets targeted down, he won't. Is what's important. Okay, wow. We need... Well, Grim Golem is fine. Let's get a Grim Abomination as well. Dealing extra damage. Let's do a Ritual. I guess. I could upgrade Woolsey some, but I'll just deal a lot of damage there. Ugh, he died, huh? Well, I could bring in another Golem. Well, luckily I have 2, I guess. Dark Rites. Have him activate. They're dealing so much damage is the problem. Let's pet Woolsey, so he has more health. I'm sure I give the barrier 2 probably myself. So what are they going to do? 60, 75. So them combined is going to be about 100. Oh, but he attacks everybody. Right. I can't kill him, can I? Probably not. Because I could have somebody activate their ultimate at 200%. But I don't think that's going to be enough. If this had somebody activate once, it might have been able to do it, but no. Alright, let's heal him. Or not heal him, give him some barrier. Alright. Looks like we can do it from here. I could invocate everyone twice. That's probably... Ooh, would that be enough? It would be very close, because then I can make somebody use their ultimate. If it fails, what would I even do, though? I think I would just be stuck, right? Let's do it. Okay. You're dead. Got it. Alright. Need for Abomination. Need for Worm. Blood Rush. I could do a Blood Rush. I don't like it that much because it's worth 2. I don't need the... I mean, I do want another one that deals damage. I have a lot of golems. Maybe I won't. Maybe I won't. I could, I guess I'll get Blood Rush, just in case I need to. Need to do some activating. Merge. Continue. Alright. Let's see. All Mother Altar.
The shrine has faint traces of power lingering in the air.
Yes, there's a priestess. So, I can buy a legendary card for 200 gold, or I could be healed. I don't remember what it does, and it's been a while. I also can rob from the shrine, in which case I get cursed, which would be just game over, by the way, because it makes it that you can't heal anymore, so I'd just be dead. I guess I'll get a blessing. Here's 200 gold. Let's see what it does. It's been a while.
She carefully counts the coins you gave her. Only then does she whisper a spell.
2 charges, create 100 barrier. No. Okay. I mean, we're close to the finale, so it's good to get it here. As opposed to earlier, probably. Alright, let's do the Roaming Warband. Next one. I believe there's 5 more fights and then we're through. Man, that Hopeless Mutation looks disgusting. Okay, so we have a Hopeless Mutation, Rabid Rat, Bone Idol, and Tormented Grub Boy. Reduce damage of all enemies by 20% this turn. Not too helpful if I had... Well, could stun all, but it's not actually helpful. Well, I guess it is. It is. It'll help me for the round. Alright, let's bring in Woolsey. Everyone's just coming in. Joining the party. Oh, wow. They targeted the rat, which is good. I should probably bring in a golem. I'll bring in the expensive one. Do some blood rites. Woolsey. Okay. Alright. I don't think the Hopeless Mutation is gonna die anytime soon. Let's pop some protection on Woolsey, making sure he's okay. I don't have a need for a golem. We'll end it there. 50 damage. Ooh, well, I can't really stop him. Well, maybe I can. Maybe I actually can. Alright, let's, well, this would guarantee about 20 damage to him. Yeah, it would. Okay. Let's do Volatile Magic. Let's see how close we are. So if I do this... Yeah, I mean, he's close. I mean, they'd have to target him. I mean, I'll try it. Let's see if they do hit him. They need to. The other thing I could do... No, that would help. Okay, yep. We'll just end it there. I mean, 50 damage is a ton. I don't want that to happen. Okay, I'm at least going to be grabbing some health. Alright, we got him. Alright, reduce damage of all enemies by 20%. Not crazy helpful. Yeah, just me attacking him and he's fine. We'll pet Woolsey. Grab some barrier. Activate you. Grab some barrier. And I could have summoned, but I'll wait for the next round. These guys aren't a big deal. At least at the moment. Man, didn't get anybody new. Alright, let's do blood preparation now. Blood Golem, okay. There you go, Woolsey. Some barrier for you, buddy. Alright. We have paralysis. Yeah, we need another guy. Synergy, at least we have something that's dealing damage now. Let's make him activate even. Pet Woolsey. Okay. Let's do oversaturation on Woolsey. Activate this guy. Dark Rights this guy. Yeah. Okay. Volatile. Ritual him, I think. Yep. Man, so close. Kind of. Reduce damage, increase random cards cost by 1, that's fine. Alright, I guess we'll just pet Woolsey. I am tempted to... Yeah, I probably will. Let's do this. Let's heal everybody by 40. Because now I feel a lot more healthy. Alright, let's ritual you. There we go. We got him. We're almost at level 20. We're just 2 away. Crazy. Alright, Blinding Burst. Sacrifice a minion, stun all enemies. Ugh. Invocation. Costs too much. I already have one. But activate all minions twice. I need Power Compression. Sacrifice all minions. What? Ugh. The reroll cost me 100. I'm gonna skip. Everything seems okay at the moment. Alright, Haste. After summoning, activate the summoned minion. That's fine. Sigil of the Wind. All Bloodfey are promoted after being summoned. Not very useful. Lifesaver. Increase the max HP of all minions by 15. Let's do Haste. Now's the time. We got 4. Wow. They're just overloading me with rune stones. And the old lady doesn't want a single one of them. Can you believe it? Alright. Silence.
You cannot see Silence anywhere nearby. Maybe a potion provided by Hilda could help you to lure her out for a talk?
Use the potion.
After a moment, a white swan swoops low from the sky and lands in front of you. As soon as its legs touch the ground, it morphs into a human.
What's that? Oh no, it's you. Set me free. I warn you, I'm dangerous.
I don't want to hurt you. I'm here on behalf of Wayland.
Oh, him. Yes, I sometimes miss our meetings. He was a fun boy indeed. And naive too. Why would anyone declare love to a creature they don't understand, that doesn't even speak? He is so stupid. All of you kind are. I thought he ran away because he finally realized that I fed on him. But then I found out he was accused of treason. Tell me, did he ever learn that it was the other guy who set him up?
What are you talking about?
So he never realized that the other blacksmith sabotaged his own army? He wasn't a fun boy. He wasn't as gentle as Wayland. But at least I had a good laugh watching their mighty swords breaking like sticks. They were dying, crushed by their own breastplates. Now you tell me my poor, naive Wayland was found and he still misses me? Well, too bad for him. I don't need him anymore. Farewell, stranger. I don't think we'll ever meet again.
Who or what are you?
Maybe someday I'll tell you more in exchange for a precious bite of you. For now, I'm full, and I don't need you. Be gone, stranger.
What? Okay. Alright, crazy lady. Go here. Extinguish the milestone. We'll just receive a weird candle. Obviously don't need to boost it. This failed a bunch. What was this one? This was the ruined house. Okay. The only one I'm considering is the old lady, who's not actually old. Alright. Got the treasure guardian. Alright, we have a fair number of fights still. Like 8 more? Alright. Gain 200% damage this turn. That's not helpful. I don't deal damage. Let's bring in the Grim Abomination to attack them all. I am tempted to do synergy here. Because in 3 turns, that's a long time to get a golem. Let's do it. Alright, Sage, Dark Rites, hit them all. Yeah, just put on some barrier. Alright, let's do a ritual. Hitting them all. So he's gonna die in a moment. You do paralysis. I think they're immune to stun, but it'll remove at least some armor. Alright, we got 1 turn left. Could do a blood rush. I guess I will. If one activates. A lot of damage. Guess we'll do a revival as well. Do some damage as well. Lowering their armor. Okay. Alright. They'll die for sure. Activate. 1 health left. Dead. Ooh, man. So close to level 19. Cracked Gar. Armorer.
Good day, traveler.
My favorite market stall.
I'm a market stall, specializing in weapons and armors.
Okay, open the shop. I'm a market stall. Alright, consecrated oil, no. Yeah, this is all no's from me. Wait, I have to buy something? Okay, acid bomb. Wait, why can't I get out of here? Oh, I just have to press X. Usually there's a leave button. Alright. Okay, treasure guardian. Oh, the old lady is gone. Okay, well, that's fine. I was not very lucky with her, anyway. Oh, yikes. The Preacher? This enemy cannot be hurt or stunned. The only thing that can harm it is divine oil. You can obtain this by killing its minions. There are 2 burning followers here. When killed, this... Okay. This minion will give you a card that can hurt its master, divine oil, I presume. After death, it will spawn again and again until the Preacher is killed. Okay. Makes sense. Alright, so we want to have a Grim Golem, for sure. What I would really like is to have an Abomination to have more of a guarantee of hitting these followers. You know what, let's do Blood Preparation. Nope, didn't get what I wanted. It happens. You know what, let's bring in Woolsey, because he can be defended. Getting a lot of lock here. Right. Alright. Ooh, 4 health. He's alive. That's lucky. I guess I could just bring in the Bloodworm. I could try to find another one. I guess I'll bring him in. They'll be helpful at least. Let's activate 2 random minions. I am a little bit worried about what's about to happen in terms of damage, but... Alright, they attacked the wrong one twice, it looks like. Alright. Alright, we have another Grim Golem in the wings. We'll bring him in. You do a pretty big hit with Sword of Envy. I probably should. Man, this is a rough one. We're gonna have to deal a ton of damage is the problem. And they're just constantly healing each other. Okay, oversaturation on Woolsey, because he's the only one who survives. Oops. Missed ya. Could do a revival. A preparation. Could pet the wolf. Alright, I'll have you activate. Man, not attacking the right people. Okay, Blood Abomination. That's pretty important here. Guarantee some hits there. Let's get some Sage. Okay, we probably... Yeah, so the Blood Abomination is important. activate him. Because he's the only one that can guarantee damage on the outside, too. Alright. Well. So we need another blood golem in play. We could stun all enemies. He's immune, but that's okay as long as the healing stops. Alright, we'll end it there. Do some okay hits. He's still alive, somehow. I could give him an arcane shield. He's dealing 20 to something. So yeah, this will keep him alive for a round. So we'll do it. We're gonna just have to pet the wolf and do a barrier. Oh, Wolsey. Alright, we need to be able to activate him at this point. We have Blood Rush, which I guess we'll do. Okay. One more, huh? I am tempted to do this just so that he deals a huge hit. Because what would happen is that he would deal, what is that? 400% of 200%. I don't know if it's technically just straight up times 4, but almost 1,000% additional damage if I make this go off. I probably should. Alright, so they both died. Oh my goodness. This is gonna take forever. Yikes. Okay. I was hoping it was gonna be about 100 damage per hit. That's rather piddly. Okay. Pet the wolf in the round. This is absolutely going to be a battle of attrition. We need another one of these Grim Abominations. After that, we absolutely need to find, yep, a Grim Golem. That helps. Do some rites. Do a ritual. We'll just be focusing that down. Reduce armor of all enemies. Well, at this point, no. Let's pet the wolf in the round. Alright, he's already dead, which is a little bit frustrating. We should probably stun the enemies, even though I don't really want to. Ooh. Is there a way to run? I just realized that they're healing him. So this could go on forever. I mean, I'm not gonna die. I have too much. There's just no way. Even Wolsey. Alright, we need to bring in a Grim Golem. Volatile. See what we can do. Alright. I guess we'll just pet Wolsey. Grim Golem, because we have to not die. Getting crazy. Alright, so I believe that this is essentially the amount of damage that the Abomination does. We're just going to end it then. Yikes. Okay, so at least he's taken some damage. Alright, we probably need to reduce everyone's armor to help out with this attack. 72 damage, that's pretty good. Alright, we need another attacker, Bloodworm. Your turn, activate 2 minions. Not what I wanted, but that's okay. Need another Grim Golem to keep us alive. Could do a paralysis. Man. That's not what we need. I guess I could stun one of these so he just doesn't heal. Man, we need another Blood Golem again. Dark Rites. At Wolsey. Okay. Blood Abomination, that's really, really important here. Activate him immediately. Okay, another one dead. Where did it go? There it is. Hit him for a lot of damage. Alright, we need him to activate every chance I have the opportunity to do so. Also, we need them to be stunned. Because I really don't want them to be... Oh, I did the wrong one. Should have done that one. I really don't want them to be healing. That Woolsey. Woolsey's actually dealing a ton of damage at this point. Could do a big hit. I should. Barrier somebody. I think I'm going to barrier him. I don't want him to die. He is the main damage dealer at the moment. Or at least the important one. Let's Blood Rush, probably. He's going to deal a lot of damage. Yeah, let's do a Blood Rush. Divine Oil. Activate 2. Okay. Is he going to die? He could if he targets him down. I hope he doesn't. No. Alright, that works. Bring in a Grim Golem. Dark Rites. At Woolsey, he's going to activate. He'll deal a ton of damage, actually. He'll probably kill them both. Yeah, he might have. No, he just killed the one. Okay. Looks like we're going to be able to do it, but only barely. So let's bring 2 in. We're going to sacrifice the Fae. Ritual. Oh, we should do it on Wolsey. He's dealing more damage. Man, I have all this block, huh? Like Abomination coming in. Let's ritual him in. Pet the wolf. Man. Alright. Invocation isn't a bad idea to make him activate twice. The problem is I don't... Yeah. He is dealing less damage, but they don't have as much armor. Man. Woolsey's getting a little bit hurt, but he has 325 health. Alright, let's just do invocation. 2 health, so he's probably going to die in a moment here. Yep. Alright, but they killed what I had. Alright, Grim Golem. Let's hunt for something that's not a Grim Golem. I'll bring him in anyway. Let's activate Woolsey. He's dealing a lot of damage. Okay. Mobilization isn't bad here. I really need something that deals damage, though. Okay. Wait, whoops. What did I do? Oh, I did the wrong thing. Alright. I'll bring in the other golem, I guess. He'll heal. Yeah. I do need it. And where are my attackers? Alright. Summon. Bring in the worm. Probably do a blood rush here. But he's not going to survive the first hit. Alright. Random attacks. Attack the wrong one. Try again. There you go. Alright, finally have the Blood Abomination. He's getting there. Man. Well, now, the problem is that I don't... Well, yeah, he's probably gonna die. Alright, can't really do anything about it. We'll do a hit. Well, we'll give him some barrier. I don't want him to die. They focused him down. That's pretty rough. Okay. see what we can get. Grim Golem, let's just do a rush. Grim Abomination, absolutely coming in. Volatile Magic. Ritual. Ooh. I think this is the longest fight yet. Possibly by far. Do a big hit here. Right, so 2 more and I'll finally die. Finally. What do we want to do? We probably just want to bring in a Blood Golem and have him activate, because he's going to die. May as well do this, because he's going to get killed from the attack. Dick. Man, almost 600 barrier. Crazy. Let's stun them, delaying them being obnoxious for a round. I'll have Woolsey go, attack the wrong person. Woolsey go, attack the wrong person. Man. That is really rough. Well, I'll pet Woolsey. Bringing in the Fae will just kill him. Also, even bringing in the Golem doesn't seem like it's valid, because he'll just die from 1 hit. And I can take him hitting me twice. Alright, here we go. Alright, so we have a Grim Abomination, Blood Golem. They'll keep the Abomination alive for a moment. Now I have to get 3 hits again. Grim Golem, Ritual, at... Oof. Yes, this is insane. I know, yeah, it really is crazy, Soft Exodus. Well, the nice thing is that I got the passive that once I'm at a quarter health, I then heal instead of lose health with Offering, so I'm just like perpetually around like 35. And yeah, this really is insane. This is very rough. Okay, I don't think you can go... Yeah. His armor is decreased by 1160, in case you were wondering, but it maxes out at 500. This really is insane. Yeah, I mean, we just need to try to get lucky with a kill here. Okay. Could have done paralysis on one of them. Well, that one, I guess. He's gonna die so fast. Man, they're probably both gonna die. Alright, we're good. We're alive. That's the important thing. Stunning all enemies is pretty valid here. Preventing the healing, you know. Let's do it. I know I'm gonna get hit pretty hard here, but doesn't... I just need him to activate. Alright, we gotta kill. Come on. One more. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do it. They're gonna heal again. So close. Alright, let's bring in the Bloodworm. The Bloodworm needs to survive and target specifically like him. Do I have any stuns? I don't have any stuns available. I don't need to pet Woolsey. I mean, Woolsey's dealing a lot of damage, but... Well, depending on who. Yeah, let's activate him. You targeted the right guy, Woolsey. Alright. Alright, maybe it's possible. Maybe it's possible. I think it is possible. Alright, so if I make them activate twice... Yeah, they're probably not going to target him down. Let's just bring him in. We could make him do his ultimate. Maybe I just will. I need the Blood Abomination to stay alive. Okay. Target me, please. Or Woolsey. We can take it. Stop hitting people that I need. Alright, Grim Abomination. Grim... Oh. No. 11 health left. Okay. That's just terrible. All I can really do is pet Woolsey. That's the only thing that would help me. I can gain barrier, though. Oh, well, actually, wait a second. 40 barrier, huh? Yeah, so he's gonna kill him. Then everyone takes 48 at maximum. That would kill him. Alright, I'll do it. I'll keep him alive. You're not dealing enough damage, guys. Luckily I can stun. Man. They're gonna... he's killing the damage dealers again. Alright. I'm gonna have to hope that this kills one. Nope. Okay, pet Woolsey. Okay, it is possible. Blood Golem come in. Let's stun him so he doesn't heal. Come on. Just target the right guy and we're through. That's all you gotta do. Alright, we got Bloodworm. Can we activate him? We can. Nope. Wrong guy. Oh my gosh. Man. We need to kill him fast. They're targeting the wrong person still. Well, so he's gonna die. I'm gonna actually take a lot of hits here. Alright, so he's gonna die no matter... Oh, we did it. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. That I don't care what the reward was, it wasn't worth it. Oh my goodness. Okay. Wow. How long did that even take? Like a half hour in the real world? Okay, Druid's Curse. This turn, all enemies lose 50 armor and 50 damage. Alright, Inner Knowledge. Activate a minion and draw a card. That's probably what I'm going to go for than in Grim Fey. I don't really need that. Yeah, Inner Knowledge. Phew. It's over.
You found what when you filled your...
Yes, gold. So I can get a new weapon slot, armor slot, or a new combat slot for items. I don't need that. I'll get a new armor. Okay. Yikes. 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 Man, good job, Woolsey. He did help, actually. Fair bit, I think. I don't know. Ugh, yeah. By the Golden Throne, you got the bugger. I know. Oh my goodness. Man, I was planning on ending the stream around now, but it's like, yeah, we're close to a half hour away from the finale, so it's like, I don't know. Well, actually, now that I think about it, I have to do 6 more fights because there's 3 boss fights ahead. So maybe I am going to be ending the stream here because it is getting late. Sadly. Yeah, I think I will. I have all these burn levels. I'm probably going to complete them later though. But anyways, get close to it. We'll see. Let's see what's happening next time. Great. Roaming Warband. That actually seems like a pretty easy fight, but alright, we're going to be ending it here, guys. Especially after that long fight. My goodness. What a what a way to go. I am not too sure if I can win this anymore. I was actually feeling kind of confident, sorry, until that moment. Then it's like, oh man, is this going to be really hard? Is this going to be impossible to complete this with the Blood Mage? I don't know. It'll be tough. Let's pet Woolsey before we go. But yeah, we're going to be ending it here, guys. Hey, Woolsey. Good old Woolsey. Poor guy. kind of a werewolf in a way. But yeah. Yeah, the class is its worst enemy. So very true. That's very, you did good and always a joy to watch. Wonder and wisdom. Yes, or wonder and wisdom. By the way, I will be streaming tomorrow. Probably a little bit earlier, around 7, guys, just so you guys know. I don't know what I put it at. I think I said 6:30, which I could be live tomorrow at 6:30 Eastern time, by the way, EST. But yeah, I hope all your guys' day is going well, or night for probably most of you. But yeah, I'm gonna head out. I appreciate you all. Thanks for stopping by. Also, for those that have not subscribed, please consider subscribing, liking, all that jazz. That matters a lot with the YouTube algorithms and that kind of stuff. So yeah, I appreciate all of you guys sticking around for the past 3.5 hours, 4 hours, something like that. But yeah, I'm gonna head out. Thanks, guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye.